hoodie. Obviously prayers and rest in peace to anybody who died, but he went and like slimed out like 3 kids at like a bar and injured like 17.
When did this happen?
2 nights ago, last night maybe.
Oh, I hadn't even heard about it.
I mean, it's the most Mossad agent thing I've ever seen in my life. They put a quorum in his car and they made him wear an I Love Allah hoodie. I don't think I've ever seen any Muslim wearing an I Love Allah hoodie.
African American.
Yeah, he was.
And I haven't looked at any of the news. I just saw a little picture of it, and I don't know what to think, honestly, other than like either one, it's real, which I mean, who knows, or 2, he's Prislam, which you would be shocked. Like, I mean, well, maybe you wouldn't be shocked, but there's a lot of Prislam guys who go to prison who are African American, I guess, and
convert to Muslim. I've seen that.
Yeah, and again, like I'm not like some of those guys are pretty cool to talk to, you know what I mean? But It's just kind of weird where it's like it just becomes a whole thing. Like, look, I mean, I like Malcolm X. I think Malcolm X at least had some original ideas and shit. But
Malcolm X was cool. I've always said that. I mean, as like a very far right white conservative, I've always thought Malcolm X was sick. But I think it was more like, obviously, it could have been like the prison thing. Could have been like, I think it was a fucking whole Mossad thing, obviously, with everything going on. They want us to all like hate the Muslims again. And it's like, dude, I don't think you've ever seen a Muslim walking around the street with an I Love Allah hoodie. I mean, that's just like...
I've never seen anything like that. It seemed... Well...
All right, we're good talk.
I'm sorry. I forgot when I leave this thing, I can't... you guys can't hear me.
Yeah.
T.S. Mallory. I think that person should definitely come up here. Anyways. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's... I don't trust anything we see in the news like this, personally. Like, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but what I'm saying is, like, I just don't know, man. It's like...
It's just like, it's such a weird time. Plus, like, obviously, like, I hate to point fingers, but, like, obviously, BB in that old country, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but obviously that old country wants us to, you know, since they're like, getting attacked and everything.
I'll be honest, like, I have a very controversial take, and I hope people don't, like, cancel me for this, but personally, like, I think a lot of it, like, I'm not saying that it's not those people, but I think the Catholics are, like, heavily involved, personally. Like, and I think there's other people involved, too. Like,
no, there's such a deep... There's like, and it's like it all travels back to the deep state. There's so much like
100%
disclosed shit that we will never know, because to them we're just like stupid nobodies and like stupid nobodies and like nothing, and we're just like sheep in their little power hungry game. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't. So wait, the supreme leader was of Iran was unalived, right?
that's what I heard, too. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, I definitely heard that. I invited a friend up here, too. He might be joining, so I'm not sure if he has a TikTok. I'm trying to get him to come and see TikTok a little bit, because he's kind of like a veteran in internet discourse, you'd say. But you know, but it's like, you know, TikTok is one of these things. Like, it's a lot of people have kind of been resistant, myself included, to come over here. But I think I get a little bit more hopeful being over here, because I think, although you can't speak super freely, like, there's a little bit more organic discussion, I guess you'd say.
Well, I mean, I like aspect. I don't like the Orwellian, what I call TikTok speak, where we have to.
Yeah, I 100% agree. That's the worst part. I think I said to you last time too. I hate that stuff, but
yeah. I mean,
it's really weird.
It's Orwellian. That's yeah, but
well,
but
it's.
no, I mean, Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, sir. No. I was just going to comment on that. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, man, having to say all these fucking like Yahtzee and just it's fucking it's weird. It's Orwellian, but it's cool that it's a good opportunity to have conversations, to debate, and so yeah. I mean, I kind of have mixed emotions about it. I started a Discord account actually.
Oh, send me a message. I'll invite you to a couple that I'm in. I'm very, very, very selective about Discord because there's a lot of crazy people in there. But like, I have a very small community, and a couple of my friends have a decent one. Like, definitely, like it's something to get used to because there's a lot of people that like rage bait and stuff. I mean, it's not too bad where I hang out because I just don't go into those kind of Discords, but you just definitely got to be careful. Like you'll get sent, people like invite you to some weird ass stuff, like, so just be wary if you're new to Discord. Like it's very convenient to use, right? But that's kind of the trap of a lot of these apps,
Mm-hmm.
So I just give you the fair warning because I'm a little bit older and you're a little bit older, and like you definitely just see that like I don't like the term mental health. I think it's kind of like a communist term, but for lack of a better term, like the level of mental health going on in this country is like, it's really hard to quantify.
There's a lot of, what are you just saying that you're seeing a lot of people who are like unhinged?
Yeah, I mean that's everywhere, but Discord has a special niche of like a certain kind. Like again, I've been very lucky. I haven't seen much of it, but I've been shown and told about a lot of things. So you just got to be very, very aware, of your surroundings.
You think it's more than this on here on TikTok?
Yes, because people. I'll put it this way. Here's the thing. Like one of the reasons I started. This guy Appalachian Grill is my friend. He's a cool MFer. I don't know if you can say it or not. Sorry, but
that's one thing we could cut. Where it's okay to cuss on here, but
yeah, no, I'm just always being careful. But I think he can join, or at least I don't know if you can send him an app. He's probably new to.
Here I'll see if I can send him.
Try to send him an invite. He's a good dude. But. Yeah, I would say it's worse just because. Okay, here. So one of the reasons I started doing this kind of stuff publicly is because I tried to get a hold of a lot of people behind the scenes to like learn from them and influence them, and because a lot of these people influence me. Like big name people, medium name, small name people, and what I realized is like these people will act totally different behind the scenes. So like I just started recording. Not like I didn't record people secretly. I was like, I'm just going to do everything like recorded, like publicly, right? For the most part, because most of these people, like when you talk to them behind the scenes, they get really sketchy. You know what I mean? So I had to learn the hard way where it's like, you just have to be really careful with a lot of these kind of people because they have weird motives and they're getting paid by people and you just don't really know like what you're stepping into. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where it came from for me, like starting to do this because,
man, I was never into social media, man. Like I finally just said, like, I started an account on X, like a little over a year ago. And I was just like, fucking, I just came to a point where I just despise the left so much. And yeah, so I started out on X and I was like asking people, I was like, because I didn't even know like TikTok, like I had created a TikTok account, but I didn't know there was these debates on here, and I didn't know that until like 7 or 8 months ago. So yeah, it's I don't know, it's like therapeutic for me to like argue with the left or something. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a whole art form to it because a lot of them, like, you just can't take them very seriously because a lot of them aren't even really serious. And because the ones that are really serious are the ones who are smart enough to lie. And that's really the scary part. Like, that's kind of why I try to warn you and other people, like, you just have to be really careful because a lot of these people, they pretend to be right wing or a MAGA supporter or whatever they pretend to be. Like, a lot of these people are really, 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 like, you would be shocked. I would just tell you this: like, you would be shocked how many people pretend to be one thing and they're totally the opposite. That's why, like I said, that's why I started doing this, recording it, because it's like, people would just switch up on you behind the scenes, and then like you would call them out on it in person, like live, and they'd be like, "Oh, I never said that," and just lie straight to your face, or like spread rumors about people, or who knows? It just got really bizarre.
Okay,
What they're like closet liberals or something?
can I ask something?
Closet liberal for sure. Are you over 18? I guess we're supposed to ask that.
Yeah, I am over 18. Yeah, I'm 20. But so I'm Canadian, right? So like I don't have too much like say in it, but I don't know. I feel like this is about to become a bit of like a world issue, unfortunately. So I voted for who they actually call the Canadian Trump. Sometimes I'll ask this at another level. Like, I'm not a liberal, just to clear that one up. But has Trump not sort of like almost embarrassed the people who voted for him? Like he, and I'm not asking this to be disrespectful or anything, but like I don't know too much about American politics, but I do know that he made a promise of no new wars. I don't think that's going too well. And he's basically been exposed in the Epstein files as having a little bit more. I am going to say that it's not as bad as what the left is making it out to be, but he definitely had a lot more knowledge of what Jeffrey Epstein was doing than what he originally claimed. I'm just wondering if you guys, I guess your description says you're MAGA, so you are still MAGA, but I don't know. Do you guys feel a bit like ashamed or disappointed or let down? Or
No, I'm extremely grateful to President Trump, and I'm extremely loyal to him because he was the only one. I almost considered it kind of a last chance kind of thing where I think the left is so awful. And I'm somebody that was I voted for John Kerry 20 years ago or so, right? But I just think that the political left has gone so fucking crazy, with
no, I do too.
Drag queen, and just so I'm loyal to Trump, and just basically
I do too, man. But like I don't know, man. The Epstein thing, that was but where I draw the line, and then he's actively breaking promises that he made to his voters.
Just think he was the only one that could have defeated both Hillary and Kamala, and I can't, dude. I think the political left is insane in this subverted Western civilization. And
I do too. I'm not against you on that one at all.
Yeah, so I'm very, generally speaking, I don't fucking care what he does. Just general. I mean, I'm not saying there's not like, I'm not saying I agree with him on everything, and there certainly are things that, I certainly have, limits, but generally speaking, I'm loyal to the guy because I'm grateful to him. Like I said, he was the only one that could fucking stop the crazy fucking left.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah.
But look, you're making a valid point, dude. Like, I mean, I talk to my dad. Like, I'll talk and he's like, dude, he's alienating all of our allies, like in Canada, and fucking Western Europe, and
oh yeah, dude. I'll be honest. The general consensus. And he did have, I would say, a little bit of support in Canada, but I think since he's gotten office, I think maybe 98% of Canada's population fucking hates the guy. And I wouldn't say I hate him, but I am sort of like the Epstein things were a big thing for me, man. Like I think child predators should be put through a wood chipper, to be quite honest with you.
Well, let me ask you a question. What were you saying when people were 10 or 15 years ago talking about this kind of stuff, and we were trying to
10 or 15 years ago, I was 5 years old. Well, 15 years ago, I was 5 years old.
So you're okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I forgot you're 20. Sorry. You sound older. So like, I forgot about that.
I'm only 20, man. But
so like, are you aware that people like us were kind of talking about this 10, 15 years ago, and everybody who's now like outraged about the Epstein file, or I don't even know if we can say it or not, but whatever you get the idea. Whatever I'm saying, so whatever those things are called now in newspeak. All the people who are now like using that talking point from the left, at least, they basically called all of us crazy and schizo and said that we should be crazy. And then now they're all taking credit that they've exposed this great thing or something. And so I'm not expecting you to be aware of that, but I just thought that's that would be an interesting thing to kind of be aware of, because I have a very different perspective on it now, because I don't really trust everything in those files at this point, because I've seen the way that they've set up this whole thing to basically detract from a lot of shit that people could be doing or should be talking about. Because here's the thing, it's kind of a demoralizing thing. Like, if everything in these files are true, right? And none of these people are getting arrested, none of these people are going to prison, none of these people lose their wealth or whatever. Well, that should tell you about all you need to know about politics in general. So then if that's really true, then it really doesn't matter about your opinion on Trump or my opinion on Trump or anybody's opinion, because it's like, we just started a new war. We just, off somebody in leadership and in another country, and it's like, I'm honestly just, I don't want to say I'm totally indifferent. Like, I kind of feel like John, like, I'm just tired of the left, whatever that means. I mean, to me, what most people just call leftist or liberals, I mean, they're just kind of mentally unhinged to the point where like it doesn't even matter,
insane. Yeah, insane. I think they're absolutely insane. Like,
and people on the right have their own problems. Like, a lot of them are kind of in a cult. A lot of them are kind of delusional. But I think in general, their intentions seem to be a little bit more sane. You know what I mean? Whereas the left, but here's the weird thing is, like, a lot of people on the left are smarter about certain things. Like, some of their analysis is correct about a lot of things about like capitalism or about economics or certain little things like, like the intersectionality and a lot of these things, like those things are useful to know, but they're just being told to just really messed up people that are just abusing that knowledge for, basically making people, whipped up and crazy. And you could say the same thing about the right. Like, my biggest problem about some of the people on the right is like, some of the things that they're saying shouldn't just be said out loud for everybody to hear, because I feel like even if it's a joke or something, like, again, just, I don't think that a lot of people are really able to handle the truth or nuanced opinions or multi-layered jokes even, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of one of these situations where, like, I don't want to hold everybody's hand, but also like we're kind of in uncharted territory when it comes to the situation that we're in with the technology, with society. Like, this society that I grew up in when I was your age is totally different than what you're what you're experiencing now, right? And I think it's hard for young people like you to realize like how insane things really seem in a way. Like, I'm kind of numb to it in a sense, because like I think you can't really change it, but at the same time, it's, if you really think about it, this is a really, really crazy situation that we all find ourselves in. Sorry to keep going like that, but I just wanted to.
Oh, you're good. I agree.
Your perspective.
I feel like this is. I feel like right now, specifically like sort of after COVID to right now, I feel like it's going to go down as one of the most insane times in history since probably. I wouldn't even know. Like, this is absolute insanity, right?
Well, we had 9/11, and you guys got COVID, and COVID is 1,000 times worse because, people still had like their wits about them on 9/11 after, C-19. Like, I'm trying to think how to put it. Like, the fact that they could just force everybody in the world to just like listen to a bunch of nonsense rules. Like, again, here's what I'm saying is like, I got super sick. So like, I believe that some of what they're saying is true, but the way that they went about forcing people or kind of like,
I graduated
like
high school
forcing
through a computer screen.
yeah, that's totally insane. Yeah, yeah. And again, like, I think this is like this notion that you can overprotect everybody to make them quote unquote safe and quote unquote happy is insane. Now, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't try, but the way that we're going about it is literally making people. I mean, honestly, it's surprising that more people don't just go off the rails and do crazy things. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, like I'm honestly shocked that more people haven't lost their mind. Sorry to keep talking. I just wanted to.
No, it's fine. I think you're right. I just don't think it's reported on.
Probably not, honestly. Like, I think that's kind of why I don't trust these events, is because they only seem to talk about certain ones when it's convenient, and then there's a lot of stuff that goes off the rails, and then it doesn't really get talked about.
Rug, right? Let me ask you guys something. Does anybody here live in like the Great Lakes region?
I don't. I did before, but I don't anymore.
I'm in Canada, but I do live right beside a Great Lake.
I live in the Great Lakes region. What's up?
So I live in like Chicago, right next to Lake Michigan. Does anybody find it alarming how many data centers that they're just putting right next to it?
Hey, I mean, if we getting some money for it, fuck it. You know?
Do you think money is worth
Yeah, I didn't notice.
All the world's fresh water?
Them data centers recycle water. Did you know that?
They don't.
They do.
That's a lie.
Man, you can look it up if you'd like to, but
you can't look it up because
you quite
hide
literally
everything
can.
under
And there's not
arbitration.
enough data on it to prove that it's actually harmful to the environment.
Okay, well, what about them burning off all the plastics
What about it?
and releasing
Send it to the guy who turns it into plastiline. I don't really give a fuck what they do with the plastic, dude. What are you gonna say next? Cows? Are you not gonna eat steak? You do realize that cows emit greenhouse gases, correct? You do know that that's harmful to our ozone, correct?
Well, it's net neutral.
So are you gonna stop eating steak?
AOC.
It's a very simple question. Are you going to eat another burger in your life?
Yes, but I never agreed to what you were saying initially.
So you don't agree to cows emitting greenhouse gases because you do realize that they're one of the main causes of greenhouse gases, correct?
They're also a regenerative farming practice, so
I actually already knew that too.
So you argue against their farts.
It's not just their farts, buddy.
Okay, what else is it? Burps?
The manure creates it. When they bloat up, when you unplug their bloating, that creates it.
You think there's no environmental positive to their poop manure, in your words?
There obviously is, because I've worked on a farm, buddy, but you're trying to say that everything's harmful to the world, and I'm disproving
I'm
it.
saying data centers are harmful to the world.
Yeah, and then you moved on to greenhouse gases.
No, you did. You brought up.
What was your next point you brought up? You said plastic.
Let me ask you this.
And when you brought
Every
up
single
plastics,
day in the United
when
States,
you brought up plastics, what does that
farmlands
contribute
go
to?
under because they can't afford the taxes, and you're gonna in data centers move in. You're gonna tell me
Brother, I don't have to worry about that, buddy, because my uncle's farm has over a 10,000 acre operation. I don't think we're sweating it that much.
Oh yeah, until they claim eminent domain, and you're effed.
But you would say, well,
That's why
I mean,
we
I'll
have
put
$1 million machines.
It doesn't matter. Government can
Well-
do whatever they want in eminent domain. Sorry.
well, I get what you're saying, Nigerian. Like, I do think that there's some environmental problems for sure. Like, but at the same time, it's kind of like, and like, I would argue on your side just for the sake of it, just for the moment, just because I think it is. I'm trying to think how to put this.
Let
You
me
can
ask
pick
you
any
something.
topic. Go ahead.
I don't know who I was arguing against, but you think what's worse, cows or data centers to the environment?
Cows, to be honest. Sorry, I'm not in this conversation, but I'm talking.
Well,
No, I wasn't talking
what
to her, I was
about
talking
data
to the other
centers?
guy.
Well, what about data centers do you find the most concerning? Like the energy, like I know people in the energy industry, and they're saying that like their primary concern is that basically, we don't really have the energy necessary for as much power as these things are pulling out. So like the water thing is also could be a potential problem, but
we can
Hey,
the energy is
Nigerian.
definitely
Text
do you
me
think?
on no brainer
could be a
580. That's my main account. Screenshots of all the data companies or centers, as you want to call them, that recycle the water that they use. And
Are
again,
you talking
there's
about
not
both,
enough years of data to prove that it's harmful to the environment. Prove that it's harmful to the environment.
There's not enough years of data to prove it's harmful to the environment. And you guys don't have to report your guys' energy consumption or water.
So again, what's your primary concern with it? And secondly, even if you're correct,
Fresh
do you
water
think
diminution.
Okay, yeah, I would agree. I mean, I've literally tried to do stuff about the problem of the destruction of fresh water in North America because it's probably the biggest concern we should have other than overpopulation. But I'm saying, like, how do you think we could actually affect any change on that? Like, do you think that we're going to be able to stop them from doing it somehow, without Fed posting or?
Yes, there's one easy solution.
Import more Indians, right?
The exact opposite. Kick out Israelis.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, how would you do that? Obviously, and even if that's the quote unquote solution, how would you possibly get that done? I mean,
quote unquote, the final solution.
Okay, this is. Do you think you're saying something shocking to any of us, or?
No, I'm just saying most billionaires are.
So think that there's no quote unquote white people in this country that are going to die on that. In this country that are going to die on that hill and say that even if let's assuming that you're correct, say that put you in a wood chipper for saying such a thing.
No.
Or even trying to attempt to do something like that.
What you mean, like Mark Zuckerberg?
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't even think Mark Zuckerberg is like the problem. But
Meta, Bezos, it doesn't matter. It's us against them.
I mean, they're all, it's us against them. I mean, they wouldn't have power without the consent, for lack of a better term, of a lot of Protestant or perhaps Catholic, more specifically, involvement.
Hey. I'll give you Protestant, but don't you say Catholic.
Well, have you ever heard of the Knights of Malta or the Jesuits?
Yes.
You don't think they're part of the problem?
No.
Why is that?
Because the Knights of Malta, it's been like figurative, like symbolic for a long time. Like tomorrow,
in what way?
there's women in leadership positions. You think that means?
I mean, women
I
in
don't need to,
leadership positions are
like-
very easy to control in corporate structures. So I don't know what that would matter, but
what do you mean? Sorry.
I said
was
women in
talking about
positions of
it.
power are very easy to manipulate and control. That's why they put them in those positions.
Well, first of all, that's sexist. I'm glad I gotta say that before you could say that back to me, which is a moot point. Moot point. So I will.
Okay.
I
No,
will
but
watch
seriously
that
though,
movie.
like, so wait, you're saying the Catholics have no involvement whatsoever with the Jays, as you put it? You don't think they have any power in the banking industry and stuff?
How familiar are you with 1955 and Nostra Aetate?
How familiar are you with Tammany Hall and FDR's people who work for FDR writing the economic policy in this country that literally came from the Pope?
Debatable.
Debatable. So again, I mean, I'm just saying, like, and again, I'm not saying it's like, I'm not blaming all Catholics. I'm saying, like, you don't think the Vatican is not like a part of it? You know, like, you don't think they have some role in it, or
Vatican is clear, like present danger, like wipe your hands clean of it. I'm just saying, in terms of American history,
right?
Like the first Catholic president we had was JFK.
But like, have you looked into the people like Thiel and Yarvin and all these people that, and I'm not even blaming them specifically. I'm just saying like this techno futurist Catholic stuff that they're doing. Like they're the ones kind of pushing for a lot of this data center and stuff like that. Like they're not involved, like for sure.
No, Leo is actually on the exact opposite end of it.
So you're saying these people are wolves in sheep's clothing, pretending to be Catholics or something, or?
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm open to it. I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. Where you're coming from.
I got to do more research before I can respond to what you were initially saying. Before I can to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a gotcha. Like, I think there's a spectrum of it. I would think it's a spectrum of it. I just think it's weird that it's like everybody's like, well, it's all the J's. And again, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's like.
So then we both have research, and we're both ignorant. But
yeah, but I mean, we're here to have a conversation. So let's try to like. You're kind of missing the point. The point I'm trying to make is out. Clearly, if you say it's all the J's, that can't possibly be true. Like, there's very few of them, and there's a lot of other kinds of people, right? And obviously, you know, there's a lot of people who look white, at the very least, that are promoting a lot of this anti-white thing. I mean, honestly, I don't even like the term white. I think the term white is totally nonsensical, but
I agree with you.
You know, colloquially speaking, people know what we mean, right? You know, and I mean, the funny thing to me is like, I've been to other countries and other parts of the world, and people don't really hate white people outside of America. So it's kind of weird to me that everybody's like, oh,
no, I agree.
The whole world hates us. It's like, you know, most places I've been to, like, they like us quite a lot. It's just they want to screw us over for convenience. I don't think it's necessarily out of like hate or something like that. I think it's just like, well, we're high trust, and so they're like, well, that's something easy to take advantage of, you know?
I agree with you. I feel like 500 years from now, they have to study why out of nowhere white people just started hating themselves.
Well, definitely we didn't just do it out of nowhere. For sure, it's, in my opinion, there's no way it's not been engineered to some degree. I mean,
no, I agree.
Maybe some of it happened organically, but I would say a large portion of it definitely has been engineered. But I would say a large portion of it,
100%. And then the engineering was passed down.
But I would say. So I don't understand the full like.
Oh yeah,
trying to wipe us out thing.
like I tend to lean right on political issues, Republican, and like I hate the people that I talk to in my own party. It's like, you're a dumbass. You have no common sense or deductive reasoning. But
Yeah,
I'm sure it's the
I
same
agree.
in the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, well, the weird thing about the left is like a lot of them are smart. A lot of the, you know,
They're
a lot of
too
them are smart, but a lot of them are like they're smart in the sense that they can understand very complex things that the right can't. But they have like no moral compass at all for the most part, you know. And I think that's just like I'll take somebody who has a moral compass over a smart person any day of the week for sure. But like you said about the data centers and stuff, we're kind of hitting a point where like there's a huge crossover between like ability to understand complex things and morality, right? Like it's almost like you become a moral, you know, brick on the feet of humanity if you don't try to like comprehend somewhat of the situation that you're in. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of the hard part about the calculation that particularly us Christians are trying to make, where we're like, you know, I might have to work with some of these left people, you know, if it's possible, just because at least that they can understand the situation that we're in. Like a lot of them are talking about, you know, techno-feudalism and some of this other stuff, which is a real thing, but they actually don't care about it that much. So like they can understand it, but they just kind of pretend that they actually care, even though they actually don't. They actually don't care about it at all, really. Or they care. They understand exploitation, but they don't actually care about it. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree. And their like last word they say to justify everything would be, well, at least I'm not a Republican, or at least I'm not a Democrat. It's like, you both suck.
yeah, I agree. It's and again, I want everybody else to jump in here. I'm not trying to like dominate the conversation. It's just you're making me kind of think a little bit harder, which is because it's tough, because like I've learned to understand the leftists a lot more. Like I don't hate them as much, but I definitely am very concerned that they've infected so many young people with
no
so much BS.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm in my 30s.
I'm mid-30s. I'm like,
I'm about the same age.
35. I'm millennial, but like Gen Z is, first of all, they're a lot dumber than we are, but they're also a lot better in certain ways. They don't drink, they don't smoke.
Yeah, I see a lot of hope in them, honestly. Like I have hope, but I also think that there's going to have to be some sort of brutal things that's going to happen for a period of time. And I think that's kind of what the elites know as well. Because I think they're trying to depopulate us by
100%.
By choosing to not brutal things.
100%.
By choosing to not have children. But what I see is that some of the smartest I don't want to cause harm for other people or the earth, so I'll stop. And then the worst people are like, I'll just have 100 kids. I don't care. So I don't know. I mean, I think they are doing a quote unquote good job of getting people to opt out of having too many kids. Cause like, honestly, like I'm very pro-natalist. I just don't like the way that it's kind of like immigration. Like I'm not against immigrants or people of color or any of this stuff. It's just the way that it's being done. It's like, it's a very, very dangerous and very, trying to think how to put this. It's very not beautiful the way that things are being done, right? Like there's no beauty in it. There's no art in it. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like how like our culture has been proliferated out to the whole world. Everybody speaks English. Everybody is trying to think like a white man, but all the good things that come with that have not been transmitted. It's just like, it's like all these people who are like, I hate, I don't like white people. All this, all these things that they're performing. It's like they're literally just trying to become a white person without any of the good qualities of it. You know what I mean? And it's just it's kind of it's just the most bizarre thing in the world, and especially you go to other countries and you see it's like they appreciate things about us, but of course they don't really understand, and I don't blame them for that. But it's like when you try to explain it to them here in America, like you're instantly said like, well, your existence is evil, and it's like, okay, so we're not even really having a conversation then, are we? It's like, you just want me gone. And they're like, basically, yeah, not even really having a conversation what we want. So it's just a really bad situation, I would say. And he's gone. Uh-oh.
He left.
Sora.
What's up, y'all?
Hello.
Nigger. Fuck, niggers, 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 fuck.
What's the point? What's the point of that, man?
Are you
What's the
eating
point?
cereal?
Basically, salad.
Oh, I thought that was cereal.
I'm trying to be a vegan right now.
How's that going?
Not well, because I ate like 3 pounds of brisket yesterday. So.
Wow. Yeah, for me, honestly, cutting out meat was not hard at all. I don't know. I've just never liked meat, so it was pretty easy.
I wish it was easy for me, honestly. Like, I would love to try it, but I just find it very, very difficult. Like, if I don't eat meat, I start feeling very, very homosexual. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just don't. I feel like weird. I just feel really weird when I don't eat meat. I probably eventually would be okay, but
Yeah, I
think
that.
it's just been such a part of my life that it'd be really difficult. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually I'll get there. I'll start eating the chickpea, steak with steak sauce on it or something.
Yeah, my honestly, it's kind of odd though. Like, I hate eating the fake meats because it tastes so much like real meat. I don't trust it. Like, what is in that?
Well, don't worry. It's probably just humans. So, how do you feel about eating humans?
Maybe.
Never too late.
To become a cannibal, yeah.
One day we may have no choice.
I don't like the idea of that.
That's what you say now, but no, I'm just joking. Like, actually, I don't like to joke about that because I have seen people who very creepily like have said things like that, and I do find it disturbing. So I don't want to take that joke too far because I've seen some really, really strange people, like seemingly not really joking but saying similar things. So I don't want people to get the wrong impression. But
Yeah, that's odd. I've never came across someone like that.
Well, go hang out on YouTube panels long enough. You'll find them. I'm just surprised I haven't seen them on TikTok yet, but I'm just surprised. I'm also surprised nobody here is talking. So, it's just
It's silent.
Oh, I'm kind of tired here. I probably end the live stream here. Unless you.
Well, good. I'm gonna panel hop a
guys
little bit
wanna
before I jump into bed. Yeah, I'll just panel hop a little bit because I want to troll. I just want to do a little bit of trolling today, not too much, but I'm trying to help my friend. I'm also trying to help my friend like figure out how to get on TikTok. He tried to jump on here, but they're like saying, well, they said he doesn't have live access or something, and I can't remember what I had to go through. I don't feel like I had to do anything.
Because he doesn't have enough followers, or it's because he got banned or something.
Well, he just created an account. I think I'm not sure. I think he just created an account, so I don't know if you have to wait.
Followers.
I have very few followers too, though. I have like very few, like 50 or 100 or something.
Yeah, bro, you got 283 followers. You only need like 100 to go live on.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll definitely I'll try to promote them or something. But yeah, everybody follow Appalachian Gorilla.
All right.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Hey, you fellas have a good night, though. Peace out.
But you too. I'll go ahead and jump off here and I'll let you shut her down. But I appreciate you, John, and No Brainer, and Kai, of course. Kai.
They're really like that, man. They're so still kind of old school, like not boomer like thinking, but because this is, again, it comes down to culture, not in generation way of thinking, but more of culture wise. That's what I'm talking about. Like my grandma right now, she's 80, 81, 82, I believe. And she's going through some tough times. Unfortunately, I'm over here in Laredo working. I cannot be coming back and forth to the sister city of Bronson, Matamoros. And the way things are over there, it's heating up right now because of what happened recently.
Oh yeah.
So she doesn't understand that it's really hard for me to go back and forth, being already out of town.
I can imagine that. I have
her mentality is different.
Yeah, one of my deals is in Puerto Vallarta right now. He's safe now, but it's close to the stuff in Jalisco. But yeah, no, it's a tough situation. But yeah, no, I do one thing I do miss though, and this is Valley culture. Like in Houston, you can't get a botana. I haven't had a botana in a year, and it's really hurting my soul. And the tacos out here are just different. The only place I found similar tacos to the Valley is San Antonio, but only certain locations in San Antonio.
Yep. Yeah, I attest to that.
Only certain locations in San Antonio.
Yep. Yeah, I attest to that.
Only certain locations. It's an echo, but yes. Vanessa, are you still here? Is everyone? I mean, we can change the topic if folks want to move on to something.
I'm still here. I was, I'm in between. So, but yeah, I'm done with the topic. I don't think that I need to haggle you about picking on Gen X anymore.
No, but I mean, I do.
I'm just kidding.
I have read the studies you're talking about, and it is quite. I want to. I want to preface it's younger Gen Z that's a problem. Older Gen Zers are, myself, people pushing 30 are more, we have the more millennial style understanding of the world. And so I think that the younger Gen Zers are not as.
They're just really struggling.
Debate with you guys. Put it that way. I'm gonna do that.
It's funny on birthday because I don't think anyone takes him seriously.
It's funny because it's like I thought we were in debate talk every 5 minutes. Like I want to debate. I'm for it, bro. Like I said, I'm for the rebrand, bro. I'm for the rebrand.
Hey, and it's a family.
To debate just to be petty.
It's an American family. You know what I mean? Like I came here to learn how to debate and get information, and I'm not doing any of that here.
Hey, Shaky, can I throw something your way? Okay, I never want to hear somebody say if a state is good if it's red or blue.
Shut up.
We live in a blue state, but our blue state is corrupt as fuck.
Shut up.
Are you from that state too, Etsy? Really? Are you from
Yes,
that?
unfortunately, we don't claim.
Yes, I am. And our state is
We're from
incredibly
down there.
corrupt.
He lives in the south side of the state that we don't claim.
Actually, in the better part of the state, yeah.
What? You live in Rainier Beach? You live in Rainier Beach? I'll fuck Rainier Beach.
The other night, I think I
You guys
screenshot
have the most unalivings, the most like no.
Rainier Beach?
He doesn't
I don't
even know
think
where I live.
Duval has the most unalivings.
Rainier Beach got the most NBA players for sure. High school NBA players for
Rainier
sure.
Beach. is
Yeah,
popping.
Rainier Beach is not that far off from here at all.
Jamal Crawford, Nate Robertson.
What you know about Rainier Beach?
I be balling. I used to go out there and ball. What you mean? I got buckets at Rainier Beach.
Okay.
Hey, on birthday, did you ever go to Spokane?
Nah. My homie was from Seattle. My homie was from Seattle. He went to high school in Rainier Beach, and so like I would go hoop in the summer.
No, because Bex, you don't know what the fuck we're talking about. You don't play ball.
Shut up. Nobody cares what you're talking about. Jesus
Spokane
Christ.
literally has one of the largest basketball tournaments in the
Oh my God, Ethy, guess what? No one cares.
And in the entire country.
Yeah, not for nothing. Not for nothing. Like Washington, they got some ballers out there. They be balling out there for real.
Oh, facts.
Washington State.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, facts.
We're talking about basketball. I know we're not chill.
Shut up. What'd you see, Nick?
We're debating. We're not talking about fucking sports.
Wait, can we debate
Well,
sports?
he brought it up.
I just want to hear what Nick has to say. Whack a commie is crazy.
You can
Nick.
barely
What the
talk.
fuck,
Can we not
Nick?
listen to you?
Whack a commie. Why you want to whack a commie?
It was a game, like whack-a-mole, where the kids hit the.
I was gonna say you only know one.
Oh
commie.
yeah,
Mole.
yeah, I
Try to say
remember
you
that
wanna
game.
punch
But
me
it
in the
was,
face,
but it
Nick?
was commies.
What do you mean? What do you
saying?
mean?
You want to punch me in the face?
Wait, was that
Nick?
back? Was that back when we went to war with Russia?
Yeah, that's the red.
Are you sure it's not
red
whack off
propaganda.
a coming?
That's a better idea.
No, but I seen it and I thought it was hilarious.
Well,
But
what's the difference between a commie and a fascist though? Aren't they kind of the same
my
thing
God.
if you go for enough? Or?
Whoa, Bex, you're a fascist?
Apparently, you know me.
Well, the fascist is left leaning, even though
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up!
It's more left than anything.
God,
fucking
so fucking stupid.
officer
You
said
hung
some-
around me that whole time, and that's what you're gonna say to this? My God!
Yo, officer said some crazy shit today that like blew my mind today. He said that fucking conservatives, like Republican, the original conservative Republicans are actually fucking progressives, like communism and like all that shit is like initially a progressive idea from like the French, like from like that revolution over here. And I was like, damn, nigga, you smart. That makes sense. I never thought of it that way.
Damn, you smart is crazy. Yeah.
I never thought of it
yeah.
that way. It's like shit. We're clinging on to a original progressive idea, calling it conservative.
Yeah.
So that's a nigga that just came over to political talk.
How much you say you know what I mean? It obviously tells that you don't think much because you just repeat that line like nobody else's business.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you wanna
Bell.
vent, Happy?
Bell.
Happy, you want somebody to yell
Bell
at?
Cash App.
Bell.
Bye, Happy.
Oh, sure.
Work
See you
on
later.
your lingo, bro. You can say things without repeating the same thing every 5 seconds.
Ethy, no one cares.
No,
Shut the
you know what I
fuck
mean?
up.
I'm gonna start counting every
Nice
time
knowing
you
you,
say
Adam. You know what I mean?
Ethy, 5 minutes. You go.
Thank
look
you,
at that. You know what I
Cole.
mean?
Free
18
Ethy, man.
after.
Free Ethy.
Dude, I just
Come
can't.
back in 5
I just
minutes.
can't.
You were gonna get dropped, you know what I mean?
Like, be so fucking for real. Try to act like you're just gonna come like squeeze back in a box like nothing ever
I'm
fucking
gonna have a
happened.
discussion and not be a little prick. How about that?
Like, it's so fucking weird. Ethy used to be the happy one. Now he's like the angriest out of everybody. It's so weird to me.
That's what you get, Effie. That's what you get.
Demise of
You're
Ethy
letting
is so
Siren
fucking
ruin your life.
Oh shit.
I think he
America to the Caribbean island. Then we went back up to Florida. Then we traveled all the way up to Texas and did it all over again.
Louisiana, all
like
that.
you literally did that, like you personally.
My family has all the it shows, and that's the same thing that we do today. When I go vacation, I go in the same path that my people went. I never really go up to the east. I never go to East Coast. I never go up to the Midwest.
Well, I mean, there's no reason to.
I stay in the same circle. I stay in the same circle.
I've been to South America.
Yeah, what pro-America mean?
What is it?
Pro-America.
What does pro-America mean? Is that what you asked me?
Yeah, because that's what the dude at the bottom, he on his page, he talking about pro-America.
Who?
What does pro-America mean?
Yeah,
is that like militia rhetoric?
Why would you say that? I mean, I live in America, don't I?
Shit, we don't know. Sure.
Well, I mean, technically, Guatemalans live in America too. That's South America.
We're trying to figure out.
Who cares about them?
Who said that?
They're not American, right?
Yeah, America's not a nationality; it's a landmass. The United States is a country.
It's more so just territories.
Why are you guys trying to be pedantic about it? What do you guys? What's that supposed to mean?
Using way too accurate.
Well, I'm talking to like 5 people at once, so I'm trying to talk to like 5 people at once. So what do you mean though?
All right, so I'll go first. The landmass was not called necessarily like America to the way.
I mean, why are you playing semantics game? We live in a country that's called United States of America, right? So you obviously know.
America. So then we would consider South America being inside of America, as well as
also a
I mean, I live in the United States of America, so
United States. America's America.
You're not pro-America. You're not. It says
you must be
America.
a lot smarter than anybody else to say so.
America is both North and South America. You're not.
Wait, what did you say now? You told me to shut up for what?
I'm a United States Marine. I'm not an American Marine. There's a difference.
Yep.
America's a landmass, middle, north, and south. The United States of America is the nationality.
Did you join the
You're a
Marines?
United States citizen.
In the Marines, did they teach you how to be a pedantic person to just be annoying, or
They told me how to be historically accurate.
I don't think that's pedantic.
There's a difference between wanting clarification and just spreading misnomers.
Well, I mean, so if I just say that I'm pro all the Americas, then you guys will like move on with your life.
I mentioned only one America. They're not American.
You made a
distinction.
America.
You made a distinction. I think you made the distinction.
I mean, I don't live in South America. I don't live in Central America.
Okay, but that's
Canada,
still you're only distinguishing geographical points, South and North. It's still the same landmass.
If somebody come over here and fuck with South America, the United States is going to attack that shit.
So are you guys pro-black?
No.
What does that mean?
No.
So you're not pro-black? Okay.
No, we're pro-indigenous.
Are you pro-white tea?
There's no such thing.
Are you pro-white?
I mean, I don't think white's a real thing. I think it's a made-up term. So
it's black.
Who made it up?
Exactly, I agree.
So why would you ask if we pro-black?
I mean, you guys like that pedantic, so.
No, you just agreed, and then now you're trying to make some nonsense up, man.
I mean, you guys came at me like, "Oh, what's that supposed to mean?" I'm like, "Well,
I asked them.
pro-American."
Yeah, we just wanted to know what your position was.
Argument, though? What's your argument?
I mean, I don't really think there's. I mean, I don't really think there's an
America
argument.
or pro-United States?
United States. What is your like dialogue?
What is your intentions in coming to the panel, please?
Well, I saw you guys talking about the definition of white, so I just thought it'd be I knew it was going to be something interesting.
No, what's the definition of white?
I don't know. I think it's a made up. I think it's a made up term that
who made it up?
Divide
I
and
don't
conquer.
think we were talking about that. We were talking about the definition of black. We were just talking to Killa about understanding that we were here a long time ago.
What does that mean? Who's we?
We're kind of like.
So the people from the subtropic and the tropic zone are native in all southern regions. So if you go to South Africa or Africa, you have.
So you want to? So wait, hold on. You're trying to collectivize all brown people as one thing or something? I mean,
no. Look, check this out. Say this. So we were making a distinction between ones so the with so-called black people from Africa, and then we have a distinction from the so-called black people in the South America and North America.
Which I came on with the first theory of Pangea, and they're dismissing that essentially. Like that was my thought. Like that was my thoughts on it. But like I said, the thousands of years, you're gonna have variances in race. You're gonna have variances in race. It's gonna happen.
What we're saying, so we went back here. If you follow what was on in the southern hemisphere, and that's always been there. So that's always been there.
So what's the point though? So what's the point? So all the brown people should live in the southern part, and all the white people should live in the northern part.
I mean, well, that's what's happened so far. And since the ice has melted, we've been getting a migration. And we can go look all this information up. There was a migration.
Human beings. Wait. So hold on. Your argument is that everybody migrates now. So okay.
No, it's not an argument. No, it's not an argument. That was just where we were at. When we were talking, that's where we were at.
No, but I mean, what's the point of talking about? Well, all brown people are indigenous to the south part of America. Of the world.
True. That's pretty much true.
Yeah, but what is it like? What is it? What difference does it make to like anything right now? Like talking about like 2 million years ago, brown people came from the southern part or whatever. I mean, again, I think that's an assumption, but okay. So now,
not an assumption. They actually found artifacts and everything that y'all be trying to
so but so what is my point? Like,
what do you mean? But so what? So, that's what this panel is. Man. Here's the hold on, y'all. We're on here doing, man.
I'm not saying it like in an aggressive way. I'm like, well, I don't.
I hear you, but wait, just wait a second, because you just came up here and started with you were pro-America, so now you're gonna disregard the actual history of America and say who cares.
Okay, so wait. Okay, so you're arguing that South America was ruled by black people.
Hold on. This is not an argument.
My question is,
argument means you're making.
This is a statement.
Well,
Your
all
statement.
What are all you statements? Arguing? Wait. All statements are arguments in philosophy. So
no.
Hold on. Check
That's
this
if
out.
you want to make an argument. That's a personal.
No, it's not. Argument doesn't mean that. It means like you're making a
it's a statement.
Claim.
I get what he's saying.
Every claim has a.
What is your claim?
Only if your claim is against our claim. So we were talking amongst ourselves about how we understand it.
What's your point?
Is essentially what he's saying is anything you say, I have a reason to debate it or to debate it or to discredit it because I'm white. That's what
Club. That's why I'm asking.
Blunt ignorance.
So you're gonna.
He's pro-American.
You're pro-American. Is that your claim?
No, that's what I'm saying.
There's other people in America, north, south, and in between that are
the original people.
Obviously,
there's no dispute there. That's true.
So what about the original people, though? This is the whole point. So you just want to bounce the ball around, and depending on who you want to play dodgeball with.
So is there an outside claim aside from that? Because what you said is true. There are people. Absolutely.
Yeah, so brown people lived in the southern part of the globe, which nobody knew it was a globe.
Not brown people. Not brown people.
Black people.
Indigenous people.
Melanated.
Black people was later on. Melanated or indigenous.
All right. So wait, again, I just don't understand. You're claiming all melanated people. So like I've been to Southeast Asia, you're saying the melanated people of Southeast Asia are your people because they have like more color in their skin?
No, they're their people. That's why we're making the distinction from an African and a South American, North American, from a South Asian.
So wait, you're saying Africans were in wait. You're saying the Africans were in South America a long time ago or something?
No, Africans are their own thing. They're separate. They're in the same zone. If you go on and look at geography, they're in the same zone.
Point? So what's the point of collectivizing people in Africa in the same zone and people in
we're
South
not.
America
We're making a distinction. We're making
Nicole, show the other picture that you
we're making a distinction that shows.
You thinks about that. The one about the European black.
We're making a distinction that
the
all
old
these
European black men.
All of these places took place at the same time.
I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, but why does it matter? Like people have migrated throughout all the 2 million years allegedly that humans have been around.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Because that's what they're talking about.
Who cares? It doesn't.
I mean,
that's what they're talking about. You wanted to know that
this channel is about is our awareness of self, and that's what we're doing here.
So you guys were the real Europeans or Caucasus Mountains.
We made up
people or
everything.
something?
We took the YT man out of the Caucasus Mountains. It says it in literature.
Okay, so what? Okay, great. So who cares?
Wait, read the Bible and then read the history.
But who cares? Like, what's the point of that?
But the
So you
people-
guys
the-
did.
look, so the
you did some
people-
shit. You did some
so-
shit. You're some
so check
people
this
who
out.
wait, hold on. You're saying some people who look like you did some shit a long time ago. Who cares?
No, so the people that are us. And if you know, then you're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel that energy and continue their work. My people still.
So
travel the
wait,
same
all right. So
route.
you all right. So
My
you
people
continue
travel
the
the
work.
same
So you
route.
want to throw. So wait, you want to throw the YT people out of?
No, we're not gonna
the-
do
the
anything.
earth?
We let God handle it. Because once you guys travel into a certain zone, you guys start to get affected.
That's
by
right.
mutation.
Yaku made us in a lab, so you got to get rid of us and shit.
No, we don't have to do anything like that. No, look. This is
Nature
all
is
facts.
doing it for itself.
What did you say? What did you say?
Natural
I'm sorry.
selection.
What did you say? Yakub?
Yeah, he's referring
Yeah,
to
they're
like,
just like spouting some Nation of Islam
is
bullshit.
I've never heard
that was
Yakub.
created
What is
by
that?
a white man. So I mean, I just think it's really funny.
That's not what type of narrative. That's not what type. He's asking, what does it matter? He comes up here to make sure that he wants to know what matters. So like, you were the one that cared about it. You came up.
You guys are
that's
saying
exactly what happened.
No,
you came
hold
up
on.
here.
Here's what you're saying.
So why
said
aren't
that
you just contributing? You rather sit there.
You said
you don't understand. You're in a common state,
listen.
a constant state of adversary. You don't understand. There's other philosophies out there
if it's
that are complementary. You ever heard of complementary?
If it's in
Have
my
you ever
nature,
heard of complementary?
if it's in my nature,
Have
then
you heard
guys
of
can't be-
complementary?
Why are you guys blaming me?
Have
for
you
it?
heard of complementary systems of philosophy?
If I'm just
Have
a
you
devil,
heard of a complementary system of philosophy?
if I'm just a devil
We do
because I
not
have
negate. We add to
non-melanated
people's
skin,
positions. We don't negate people. We
Nobody
add to
said
their
that.
positions.
Nobody ever
we
said
cool
that.
with white people, bro.
Nobody said that.
well, I don't think there's a such thing as white person.
I actually did get called white devil earlier, just to be clear.
I ain't call you that.
No, I'm saying you did, but I did. You know, I got called that earlier.
Well,
that
you've
means
been
that
here-
that
you've
means
been-
y'all wouldn't have survived in the 80s and 90s with comedy, man.
Right.
Dude, I don't care about
And
it.
you guys
Like,
would,
it
and you guys would
doesn't
be
hurt
so
me, bro.
happy.
I'm not
You guys would be
offended
so
by it.
happy if we didn't survive. I can tell.
I'm not.
No,
offended by
actually,
it.
we wouldn't. It wouldn't matter. 'cause
No,
we already
No,
seen
that's
it
your
happen.
philosophy.
Wait, check this
We
out.
don't care. Listen. Let me
according
tell you the
to- wait,
difference.
according
Let me
to
tell
our-
you.
You guys are talking about something that happened hundreds or millions
Well,
of
you're
years ago.
claiming
Like,
that
sir,
trying to
please,
record.
you
He's trying to
guys out
record
in
y'all. He
the
wants to say
mountains.
some
But
racist shit.
according
You
to
guys
history,
kicked
this
us out
already
the
happened.
mountains. Shit.
Wait,
All of a sudden, you're the
according to
victim now.
history,
That's fucking hilarious, bro.
Well,
Wait,
history
check this
does say.
So wait,
that
you guys were the oppressors and the slavers and all this before, and now you're trying to take credit for it. I mean, hey, cool.
No, actually,
You trying to
no.
record.
So what happened was
trying to
like, so
record, y'all.
this is what
He
happened.
really talking about
So
something
imagine
crazy
this,
that
that
never
the-
was mentioned.
Every
Oh, shit.
time the people that tried to be conquerors,
you-
guess what they did? They bought the land that was most favorable that was on the coast, and guess what happened? There was a flood.
But you guys are hold on. You guys are saying that
So
you kicked us
history
out of the
just keeps
Caucasus
repeating
Mountains.
itself.
Wait. You saying that you guys kicked us YT people out the Caucasus
No,
Mountains?
we didn't
and
kick you
shit?
out of it.
Nobody
we
didn't kick.
we came as the light bearer and brought you out of the Caucasus Mountain.
What does that mean?
Meaning
We
showed
brought
you the
out-
rest of the world.
Yeah, we brought you out of the captivity of the cave.
So you guys are like Aladdin on the
show
flying
the
carpet.
hairy-
Like I can show
Show
you
the hairy,
world.
abominable snowman version.
Man,
of
look,
like
just pull up
That
the Moors
picture.
and them
Remember that one?
teaching them how to bathe and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's like,
this is all facts, man.
Yeah,
This is all-
I'm sure a white person never took a shower before we met you guys. I'm sure.
Yo, no funny, John. Hear me out real quick. Did you watch medieval TV shows or anything like that?
Like
Of
Game of
course, I'm
Thrones.
white. I had to feel proud of my culture of
Braveheart.
getting oppressed by other white.
Braveheart's
by-
All
by-
right, you're being
getting
weird.
oppressed by other
you-
white people.
You're being
For
long-winded
thousands
for
of years.
nonsense. All I'm trying to ask you is basically, you don't have to have a race to be related to what you watch. But in those medieval shows, you never see anybody really take a bath, bro. Respectfully.
If they
Like,
did,
Yeah, you know why? You know why?
I
Because
love
we had waterfalls that smelled like Irish Spring soap, and we just kind of like washed in the waterfalls and stuff. Because
Irish
we lived
Spring?
in like an.
So you're
know.
Irish? You're Irish, you're trying to say right now?
I mean, I'm
So
I'm
this
something
Celtic-
British Isle related, and,
The
and
Cheddar
I'm also
Man-
part I'm also part Native American. But obviously,
the
you guys
Cheddar
don't care
Man.
about that. So.
The Cheddar Man and the original Irish people were
We're from
dark.
Siberia.
They were all melanated.
Siberian India.
That's why
So
he's not white.
you might be Germanic. You might be Germanic or Russian.
Yeah, that's right. The other white people took us over, so I'm probably mixed with a bunch of different
So
conquering
Dutch.
people up in the
So you could
probably.
be Dutch. You could be Dutch, and that's a subset of Germany.
Or Nordic.
So-
Was it? That's the Nordic people, ain't it?
The dude in the comments Mexican. Well, no, he a Native American.
You're Mexican. You're Mexican. If they speak Spanish,
He said Mexican.
a Mexican.
A Mexican.
I thought he said Mexican.
MIX-A-can. They're mixed. They can.
Yeah, white people were
Mexican, I
enslaved.
gotcha.
I mean, the white people were enslaved by other white people for hundreds and thousands of years before we ever came to Americas. So,
And what about them sending the kids over from Brit?
from what?
They sent kids over here from Brit, from over there, and then as well as they sent women from the whorehouses over this way to New Orleans.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the British Empire and the Roman Empire and a bunch of other empires did a lot of bad things. Or
And
good
then,
things
and then they told y'all that y'all got to pay back the taxes to the kings and queens, which pushed forth to now this corp has this debt that supposedly we are contributing to with you guys for not paying back.
What? Say it again.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how usury works, as far as I know. But I'm not surprised.
What about the Mongolian Empire and the debt that they owe? I guess everybody.
Well, the Mongolians were basically working for the Venetians, and they basically like pillaged a bunch of white people's stuff and enslaved a bunch of people all over the world using white people's resources out of the European
And they came
lands,
here,
pretty much. So
and they
and
came
the Venetians
here
were
and
all
kept doing it.
yeah, of course. I mean, I don't disagree with you.
They call them Native Americans.
Talking about the Huns, right? All these Huns descendant peoples.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
It's them.
they were mercenaries that betrayed their own people, pretty much, in my opinion.
and
So.
They conquered all of Asia, most of Europe, and I guess Genghis Khan has the genealogy can be traced to 3 or 4%.
So you guys are saying Mongolians were melanated, which okay is interesting. So if that's the case, were you guys just working for the man to go against Whitey and stuff and stealing their money and stuff?
They was in the subtropical zone in the temperature zone, so they was kind of subway in the cold area and in the mountain.
But what I'm saying is were you guys working for the man to go rape and pillage? I'm sorry, grape and pillage
those
Europe?
people were so totally disassociated with us.
Those are not us.
That's not us.
But wait, you said he just showed a picture of Mongolians on the screen that look like you guys, though.
No, that's not us.
Nah.
So what's that picture then? That's not you.
So you're what you're basically trying to fraternize.
I mean, you guys just said all the people who are melanated are on one thing. No. You guys, hold on. You guys said all melanated people are on the same team. So
basically, you're trying to call all melanated people.
We would say melanated are in South Asia. You did not clarify that on your.
Well, I'm just going off the picture right there. That picture looked like a melanated person, and you guys said you guys are all one thing. So I'm just trying to go. I'm going with your logic. I'm not making my own stuff up.
So the logic is that melanated beings were simultaneously living in different places. That doesn't mean that everybody was the same. Hence why that they have different.
But you guys want to take? No. You said your people kicked us out of the.
Hold on, God.
No. You said that your people.
My boy, hold on.
We didn't say we
this is the reason why.
If
you don't see that, that's the reason why they have multiple different faces to show the depiction of different areas.
Right, but you don't want to take credit for that. You guys took credit for the other stuff. Why not for the rape?
Why would I take
raping
credit for somebody that I'm not? Make it make sense.
We're not them.
Because you guys blame us because we look like somebody who enslaved some people.
If you're Native American, then yes.
What did you hear? What we said? Who we are? Most of us here in the Americas are South American or Northern American indigenous. So
yeah,
but you guys
blame us. You guys blame us for being looking like some people that had slavery in America.
You guys take credit as being one thing.
In the Gaul,
no, we don't. Hold on. Europeans slaughtered each other for thousands of years.
I don't think I got
What are you talking about?
You guys come here and claim to be white teeth. On paper, you guys don't.
Wait. So you respect a piece of paper over the reality that?
I'm saying that's what you guys do. You guys
because the Vikings came down and laid waste to Europe. In England, they were raiding and killing throughout. And in fact, it goes all the way down to Spain, Portugal. the Vikings traveled throughout Europe, and they were white violence, the whole thing.
And they came to Newfoundland, and I mean, they came to Nova Scotia. They came inland to Canada. They was messing with the Algonquin people.
Yeah, they were actually well traveled for the
Algonquin. Yeah, the Algonquin people were working with a lot of white people before America, but before the United States became a thing. Like they were working together, mixing together, living next to each other, working together.
What's the proof on that?
So you're saying that that's not true now? Wait,
I'm asking what's the source because I never heard this.
I mean, the history that I've read, where a lot of colonists from America, from Europe, were here living amongst Native Americans for hundreds of years.
You're talking about the first Thanksgiving. That's what you're talking about. Like that's the story of Thanksgiving.
You know how many thousands of years we were already.
That's where Native Americans and Mexicans come from. Basque.
So wait, you guys are saying you're the real Native Americans? So wait, you don't want to take credit for Mongolia, but you want to take credit for being Native Americans.
We're not Native. They were born in bondage.
We are indigenous. There's a difference. You need to Google the definition.
Okay, so you're saying that. Hold on. So you're saying Siberian invaders came and pushed you guys out a long time ago?
No. They came and cosplayed as us. They cosplayed as us, and they got reservations.
Okay, so you're saying Native. So the people that we call Native Americans, you're saying
look at the Barbados coin real quick. Hold on, just look at the Barbados coin.
Oh my God. I'm just trying to understand what you guys are saying. You guys are making
right now. Look at that Barbados.
Look
coin
at you can see
quick.
what our
people is, man. That's the people who lived in Barbados. When all those people came over and everything else, this is who they were looking at.
1788. They already had like 200 or 300 years of
places wasn't colonized until the 1600s. Do you not know this?
Well, that's 200 years later after that, right?
And we're
1788,
16 and 17 is 200 years apart. Are you serious right now? Wow.
That's 188 years from 1600 to 1788. It's 188 years.
What about the coin on this? What about the coin right there? How the fuck this shit get on this car? On the money.
1625. Do you understand that slavery was going on all over the world for thousands of years?
Yeah, that's English.
Did you know that Africans enslaved each other before the
1502
the mean Mr. White people?
Come on, the go. What's
1502? 1502. Saxon, right there. The original.
Yeah.
Saxon.
Are you saying that?
I'm not saying anything. That's what the history says.
1602. The wise of Saxony. Okay.
Yep.
Look at that nose. That nose looked pretty.
There's currency before this
pretty,
as well.
Pretty white. But
you said the nose.
Look at the 1100 right there. 1125. What now?
He disputed it.
I mean, I've looked at a lot of weird shit.
Yo, pull up the Aztec Incas and all that on the drawings on the wall. I gotta show my stuff that I got. I gotta go get.
Look at all the museums. Y'all worship black gods. Every other continent got a black
Russia
god.
and Russia too. In Russia, Russia got the Russia actually got the 3 kings that was from here that they murked over there. Yep. So when they were spreading the gospel.
Just quickly.
All right, what is
the benefit for melanin in skin? What is it?
The UV rays against the sun. That's
So in the northern hemisphere where it's what do you call it?
Actually, it's the northern pole.
Right. Yeah. So when you guys lived up there for all them millions of years or whatever you're saying, why didn't you guys get white skin to adapt to the climate? You saying
they got lighter? They didn't get whiter. You know how far
that's made up for you.
Yeah, that was made up.
Y'all heard
melanin don't. Yeah. Y'all don't understand how.
You understand? You understand?
This is the reason. Listen, brother.
This
is the reason. Hold on one second.
Have like extreme deficiency because of lack of sunshine.
This is the reason why we have albino and light skinned people on that melanin side, bro. Mm-hmm. So what are you trying to say right now? We make
so I get it. You guys are better. Wait, I get it. You guys think that you're superior. You're black.
We ain't say that y'all think y'all superior. That's why y'all wrote history the way you wrote history. You're superior.
Right? We never said anything about superiority.
You was mad.
Obviously, you believe that. You're like, we did this. We did
that. What we're saying is before you guys scramble up the history. anything south to the north is
Okay,
southern hemisphere.
great. So
is
you
gonna
guys
give
are
you a
better.
darker skin.
I should bow down and kiss
No,
your
no,
feet and
look.
suck
So
your,
say if
suck your
look,
D.
say
I
if
mean,
we
right?
hope.
That's what
I
I want,
mean,
right?
Say if we
Why you go to Homer right?
Say if we like the snow climate, like we say
Because
if we like to go snowing.
okay, you guys are better than everybody
Say if
else
we like to
because you
go
got
to the
melanin in your
snow.
skin.
Hey,
Check this
like
out.
to
Check
go-
this out.
Y'all
believe
faked
it.
whole history like y'all just conquered everything and like
when we
y'all
go
just did all
skiing.
this and that.
So we
Hey,
were
y'all.
lied. So wait. We were lied to. If what you say is true, we were lied to. You're just sitting here beating up on us like, oh,
No, we not.
y'all
No, we're
stupid for
not beating
believing
up
that,
on you.
man.
Trying to
No, we're
teach you.
not beating up on you. This is being
Crazy
nice.
part
So
is,
you're trying to teach me to
I'm
hate
beating up
myself.
on him,
Like,
bro. I'm beating
oh,
up on
I
him.
ain't trying to. That don't mean hate yourself.
No, you're
What the
supposed
fuck
to
that
love
mean?
yourself regardless of what you think is
Or
going
hate
on.
yourself because
if anything, you can hate
And
your
that's how
ancestors
all
for
of
being
us.
hateful,
Hey,
but
hey,
you can
all
love
of us.
you
yourself
guys
for
are being
change.
hateful right now. So
Hey,
why don't
all of us.
your ancestors
No.
hate
Are you
yourself?
saying that hate is not like fixed in the emotional spectrum of all humans, that we should just ignore the other entire half of the spectrum? Is that what you're suggesting? To
I don't
be
understand what
psychologically and emotionally irresponsible for ourselves and our communities? Is that what you're suggesting? That we
I
should
don't
not
understand.
feel these emotions and take them out on the people who are responsible for that?
So
For that
wait,
animosity?
wait. You're saying that?
You don't think that's warranted? You don't think
So
your
wait.
history has told thousands and
So
thousands
wait.
of years of white
Okay, got it.
supremacy in action?
Okay,
and you're
great.
sitting here trying to
So
ignore it
here's
like we don't know what we're talking about.
Let me make sure I understand you. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying.
Even
You're
the
saying
fathers of psychology.
Let
even
me
did
make
this
sure.
nonsense too.
Let me make sure I
Sigmund
understand what you're
Freud
saying.
and all them jokers. Ivan Van
You're
Sertima
saying
and
that
all them
because
jokers.
people who look like me did some bad things a long time
You're
ago,
saying that. We
I'm
haven't
now
said nothing like that.
responsible.
We
I'm
never
now
said anything like
responsible.
that. You're trying to speak for us.
We never
point.
spoke. Hey, not on this panel. Not one time did we ever speak about that slavery and how.
What did this man just say to Nagal? What did you just say?
We were speaking about what was obvious, that being from closer to the southern hemisphere, you're going to be a darker skin tone.
No. What did this guy just say? He said that he shouldn't feel some type of way about what our people, what non-melanated people did.
He said, how does that make sense emotionally for you to ignore those feelings?
Well,
thank you.
Why should I feel responsible for people who came a long time ago that I probably wasn't related to just because they look like me and did a bad thing? That's
So
like saying,
how do you think
that's
you
like,
got
hold on.
here?
That's like saying that there was, hold on. That's like saying, you know, a million years ago, there was a black. Hold on.
You realize that you're living on stolen property. You do realize that you're living and you've colonized this area.
Hey, Killer B, for the record, you didn't do any of this, Killer B. This is the difference.
Wait, you're
right
still
here.
benefiting from it.
Yeah,
so
you're sitting here by broken treaty.
Oh, there it is.
So you're literally illegally occupying stolen land, and you're sitting here trying to lecture us on who should feel.
I thought there's no one. Wait, I thought there's no one illegal on stolen land anyway. So technically, I have every right to be here, just like
you know who makes those rules. You know who makes those paradigms, those constructs of bullshit. That's your people. We don't do it.
We don't think
you're sitting here using it as a defense mechanism.
We shared the land.
The Pope did that, fam.
But you're literally using the same logic right now. You're literally using the same logic right now.
Could I ask you a question? Could I ask you guys a question? Could I ask a question to the panel real quick?
I don't think he's using it like that.
If we were to go to Europe, what type of crops will we be growing?
Corn. Bingo.
Nope.
Nah, man.
We would be growing potatoes.
Oh, I was gonna say wheat.
And then closer to the Mediterranean, they have grapes and
olives,
tomatoes.
In France.
And
France.
Okay, so let me explain the logic that you guys are employing, because obviously you don't understand. That's like me saying hold on. That's like me saying a million years ago, a black guy did a bunch of Epstein-related things.
Y'all always talking about some million years ago.
There you go.
That's all
no,
y'all
because you guys are saying that you guys, were here millions of years ago.
We was here millions of years ago.
Listen, it's a hypothetical. Hold on. Here's the hypothetical. Here's the hypothetical. Hold on. Here's the hypothetical.
No, we can't do hypothetical. We have history.
These guys have been full of nothing but you. So you guys are saying. We haven't said. All you keep doing is putting words in our mouth. We ain't saying shit.
We haven't said anything.
You can just keep saying that.
You just said that I'm responsible for things that happen. Wait. You're giving me responsibility for things that happened before I was ever born.
I didn't do anything. That you're interpreting what I did and said as to be that, because that exposes your psychology and tells you what your thoughts.
You know that that's like saying
you just said that I'm responsible for what happened.
That was like saying you stepped up to the podium in the courtroom and then said, "You know what, Your Honor, I'm the one that I feel like he's going against. Let me say something." That's what you're doing right now.
Fact.
No. What did you just say? What did this guy just say? He just said that.
See, that's what you're doing. You don't like it, do you? When we do it to you, you don't like it, but you do it to us the
That's
entire
because we
time.
talking about history, bro. You know you ain't do the shit, so we ain't talking to you.
And you interjecting too much.
No, he just said that I'm responsible for that.
No, you took responsibility. I wasn't placing it on you.
You're taking responsibility.
You assumed that responsibility because you're guilty of it.
And then we were,
I'm guilty. I'm guilty for what happened hundreds of years ago by people who
You're the one that came up
like
to
me.
you came to the podium. We didn't ask you to come up here. You came up here so that you could be the victim of your own little pathetic world of yours. That's what you're doing.
And your position was immediately pro-American without stating what that meant. Now I know this, that militias use that same stance or position when they're speaking about being pro-American.
So you guys just jump to conclusions without.
No, we actually
projections.
We asked you what your position was. We asked you what your position was.
My position. What is that? What is that? Can you define position? What does that mean?
Yeah. So my position is I'm indigenous and I know my route.
Okay, I'm indigenous. I know my route. So now what?
So what are you indigenous to?
The world, the earth.
See, that would be disingenuous because you would have a European lineage. You would have a European lineage, which I recall you saying was Germanic. You said you were from a Germanic lineage. So
Nicole, do you have those pictures of the white hairy guys?
That would be sub-German or.
I don't actually. I think that was MIA.
So wait.
No, don't do it, Nicole.
I want to look them up myself.
But can you go back? Hold on. Can you go back millions of years and know that I'm indigenous to the German land?
No, that's what y'all be trying to do.
You cannot be indigenous because that term was created to delineate white people from specific other people. So because they invented it, they cannot be it.
But then why are you using the term if it's invented by
because
white people?
I have to use the one language that I was indoctrinated with in order to convey a message in your colonized language.
Okay, so you're saying that white people are not.
I've had an answer for every question that you asserted.
No.
Or accusation you made. You still haven't taken the
responsibility. What we just said that you said you would be indigenous to Germany or Dutch.
Well, again, you guys are talking about millions of years, so I'm saying, how do you know? Where's the evidence for that, though?
The way you could do the same thing we're doing, and you could say, you know what, my people are from Germany, and my people are this, and my people are that. But if you don't know the history behind that, because you are now sub European as an American, then you see how far behind or far separated that you.
So why don't you guys just go back to Africa and then you'll be fine?
Because that's not our lineage. Our lineage, we've been explaining that this whole time.
That's what you're trying to do.
My people. You took too long to say that. You should have said that as soon as you got up here.
I'm saying by your logic. By your own logic, right?
We don't even believe in out of Africa theory, sir.
We don't.
So why are you telling us?
I don't either. I don't believe in that either. So
why are you telling us to go back to Africa?
Go back somewhere that we've never been.
Okay, so you're saying that the people who live in the Congo right now were not indigenous to that place?
No,
my people.
Yo, you see what's crazy? Hold on, y'all. You know what's crazy? When I mentioned to you earlier,
but you said that melanated people.
Nah. Stop over talking.
No, you said melanated people are from the southern.
Stop over talking me. Stop over talking me. And listen,
are you saying that I belong to Africa? Is that what you're saying? I belong to Africa.
No, I'm going by your logic. You said people in the southern hemisphere.
Look at my name, sir. Look at my
melanated.
name. That is not my logic. That is not my. That's not.
But you're melanated. Right?
I'm from here, sir. So you're telling me I should go back to Africa?
So wait,
because what?
You said, hold on. You said no. You said
no. I didn't say anything like that.
Wait.
I have nothing to do with Africa. Neither do these gentlemen here.
You said Native Americans.
They have nothing to do with Africa.
Wait,
nobody said we're Native Americans. Nobody said that.
Nobody.
No, you said that Native Americans.
No, we don't talk about Native Americans. Those are not our people.
Native Americans, man.
And you ducking me landing my plane on you too. But I see what you're doing.
Could he be, so the guy who's showing the picture of himself, could you not be an impersonator like these people were saying over here, or what? How do I know the difference?
Maybe you should ask and find out to inform yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're the ones.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. How do I know that you're not an impersonator?
I'll tell you this.
These guys said.
I'll tell you this. Surnames weren't assigned to my people until the mid to 1830, 1850s.
Well, but these guys are talking about thousands of millions of years ago.
I'm trying to answer it for you. You asked
but they're talking about thousands of millions of years ago. You could be an impersonator because people from Siberia came here 10,000 years ago.
What I'm trying to say to you, sir, is that I'm
So maybe you're a YT from Siberia.
I'm showing you a name that is assigned to me by your people. So I'm not ascribing to anything. It is a fraud. My surname is a fraud, sir. We do not practice first last name construct. So yes, I'm showing you that it's a fraud. What now?
Okay, well, sitting gauges in
it's a narrative.
Can you
what
explain
now?
to me? Can you explain to me if you're an impersonator or not? Because
I'm telling
you guys are saying that there's
that is not my name. That's the name
Native American.
That's a part of South American culture. Gauges is from South America.
Yep,
that
from
literally
South America,
is a culture thing, bro.
Yep, from South America.
Like, stop the bullshit.
So wait,
like when I was trying to
saying,
ask you,
so you're saying
when I was just
Europeans
trying to
don't have any
ask you
culture?
because you keep asking dumb questions.
We're
When I
saying
asked
this.
you, well, hold on, bro. Because when I asked you earlier about the Aztecs,
so English is a part of my culture,
let me get out what I'm
using English,
saying.
so,
Let me get out what I'm saying.
Obviously,
Let me
you guys
get
are
out what
white
I'm saying.
twos.
Let me get out what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep over talking to you if you don't let me talk. When
Yeah,
I asked you
supremacy.
earlier about the Aztecs, the Incas, and the Mayans, and what was on the walls and what were they depicted, you straight kicked all of that out the window.
Mm-hmm.
That right there was the starting point because those are the people who were here in the South America. When we talked about the Yucatan, when we talked about
I've
all
read
of these
Helena
different...
Blavatsky. You guys are just doing Blavatsky and, like...
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
That shit crazy.
You guys are literally just using occultism to justify your belief.
We're not
that's created by a bunch of white people.
Look, bro, there's no cultism.
You gotta be around other people trying to let them hear and they trying to come up with some shit. What you looking for?
Talking about? Wait, y'all.
You looking for a reason to do something? Just do it.
Wait, y'all. We cannot find any YT people in the Southern Hemisphere unless they migrated there.
Bro, they're not even
you guys
on
migrated here.
Bro, they're not even on the wall paintings. This is my point. They're not on any of the depictions on the Aztec, Incas, and Mayas. They're not there. So to be sitting here trying to go back and forth with this nonsense, bro, they're not there. What they drew is what they knew. What they knew is what they saw.
Dude, there's no doubt there were no white people in the Southern Hemisphere. We kind of established that.
And they weren't in the Northeast either. They weren't in Canada.
So why don't you guys go back to the Southern Hemisphere then? I mean, it's really easy. Just jump on.
We're right here.
You said we all came from Africa.
So wait, you're saying
we traveled around. We inter-traveled. You guys are still in our home in the subtropical. We were literally cousins to each other. We were trading crops back and forth all the time along the coast.
You guys are still
white people traded stuff too. So
no, y'all came and found out what we were doing.
Why are you saying
right
y'all?
Now,
I'm born in I'm born in the 80s and 90s. Why are you guys talking about y'all? I wasn't born hundreds and thousands of years ago.
Technically, you was because your ancestors. No, you live amongst your ancestors.
Okay, so wait. Are you saying that your people never did?
Like, come on, man.
Why are you guys gonna mute somebody? You guys
because you talking over everybody instead of listening.
When
I'm trying to talk to you in particular, you just talking over me compared to everybody.
You got 5 people trying to talk to me, so I got to yell over 5 people.
Nah. Because when I was telling you to stop talking and nobody else was talking, you still was trying to out talk me, fam.
Well, I'm trying to be an indigenous person and not listen to.
You can't be indigenous because guess what? Indigenous people know how to listen before they speak.
They know
how to acknowledge.
Are you saying that Europeans
indigenous
have no?
People know how to acknowledge. Indigenous people know how to acknowledge the nature law. The nature law goes 2 ways: give and take. So you're just giving without taking right now.
Which is what you did. Guys can't control.
Which is what you did when y'all came.
You gotta
here.
mute people, right? You can't
because there's no artifacts that shows that you guys are on any of these South American walls where they're saying that civilization started in the Americas.
All right, bro. You live in a
nugget head.
You guys can't.
You guys. We
just had to reverse it because I'm listening. I've listened to every word you said, so I'm just reversing. I just reversed what you said.
So you guys just mute me every time I speak, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's getting progressively ignorant. I wish I could do it.
You guys are racist. You guys are racist.
We can't be racist. Not yet.
If anything is bigotry, it would be bigotry and not racism.
He just wanted this motherfucker to say it the whole time. Now he about to go edit this shit or whatever and try to put it on.
I told all my brothers, as long as you guys don't give them equal reward of punishment, then we can never be racist.
And all we could do is talk facts. Facts can't be racist.
So look,
that's all I know.
You ain't gonna never see no black people putting no YT people up on no tree.
Exactly. That's why they ain't getting no personal land. Them war bonds that they got in, they crying about the war bonds, saying the government didn't hold up the end of the deal.
Guess what? We already know how to get y'all. We know how to get you by the heart. Your heart shows. We want the world to see your heart.
Mm-hmm. Character speak more than volume, bro. No funny.
That's how we get you guys. Every time we beat y'all with your heart, you expose your heart.
We did that in the beginning too. Like we was.
If you were genuine, bro, I'd bring you back up. But you just hypocritical.
Yeah. I could agree to
some of them
disagree.
are okay with it, and some of them look like demonic creatures wanting to like rip our throats out.
I mean, that's where it's at, though. Just because you don't agree with someone doesn't mean you gotta fucking fight them.
It's because of one
to disagree as long as you have the same outcome in mind.
But that's not what the left does. They see Trump and they put his face on every single person that either voted for him or has says, oh, but I kind of agree with some of the things he's done. You're automatically an orange-haired person or an orange-faced person. That's what they call you.
All you have to do is carry an American flag, and you are a schnazi.
You know,
I think that is sick.
I'm like,
I think it is sick.
Try to find one thing that he's done good. I asked him. Look at one thing. Try to be positive and look and try to find one thing he's done good because it's there. He has done good, and
he is not.
So wait, you guys don't like Trump?
Hold on 1 second. Are you
Sorry.
really coming in here
We do have two
like that? Like you clearly have not been listening.
Hold on. Okay, so we do have two.
Hold on 1 second.
I already know where the bottom box is going to go, but is that Victory? Victor? Oh, I'm sorry, Victor. What's your age, son?
I am 31, and I voted for Trump.
Hey, what?
The person you muted?
I didn't mute nobody. I muted somebody that called Trump a
Yeah,
rapist.
that is OGJB.
Well, not my problem. Don't come in here being stupid. Unmute him then. I'm going to mute somebody that says that.
Don't mute me, she said. She's a mod.
Oh, damn. What happened to her?
So, Daniel, you're a Trump supporter, but these people aren't. I'm just making sure I understand.
Wait, hold on. Is she
I cannot. Like, I swear to.
With respect to the host of Dixie Goes, it's a Texas thing. I am out.
Lord help.
What?
I'm confused. Did I say
I don't
something
know.
wrong?
People dropping like fucking flies, and I don't even know why.
I mean, I just asked if they didn't like Trump or they do like Trump. That's all I asked.
No.
What? What'd I do?
When you coming in hot, going Trump is racist.
I do that every live I go into. I do that.
In here is
every single
anti-Trump, and I'm wondering where you got that from.
Well, I heard somebody saying, I don't, he hasn't done anything good, so that's what I was hearing.
Well, this is what happens when you come in mid-combo and hear some random people talking shit.
Well, why does that trigger you for me to ask a question and try to figure out what's going on?
It doesn't trigger me. It's just you came in hot.
I mean, you sound kind of liberal right now. That's kind of why I'm confused.
Okay, listen, if you're gonna, I see what you're trying to do, and go try to do it to somebody else because it's not gonna work on me.
This prompt says liberals request up, and then everybody on the panel's talking sounds like a liberal.
Like I said, you go do it to someone else because you're not gonna accomplish what you're trying to do to me.
So you do support Trump?
Clearly.
Really?
Cool. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I also fully support Trump. And if you want to gaslight somebody, go ahead and try, but you're not doing it very well. You need to be a bit more subtle.
No, I'm just going based on what the prompt said. It says liberals request up, and then I heard somebody saying I don't like Trump. So, I don't like liberalism. I think liberalism is a cancer, personally.
Oh, all right, then I can drop again. Sorry.
But I guarantee you that you're. I think Harvey is a liberal.
He totally was trying to gaslight, and he didn't win.
Absolutely not a. How dare you? I was a Tory in England, and I'm a conservative Republican here. I voted for Trump twice. I live in the state of Texas. Try again, love.
Well, conservatives are kind of like a neoliberal Trotskyist.
Oh my God!
No.
Do you need my tweezers to find your dick? Quit being an asshole.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Have you ever heard of?
You're not conservative. You're not conservative. You're just upsetting us.
Wait, have you read the history of Trotskyism in America?
Are you trying to troll right now?
No. Have you? Do you know who James Burnham is?
Wait, hold on.
Do you know who James Burnham is?
Do you like your account, sir? It's a fair question.
What?
Do you like your account?
So you're threatening me because I'm
not threatening you. No,
you just asked you a question.
I asked you a question. Do you like your account?
I don't understand what you're trying to ask me.
I think people that come up on lives and request up on a panel should conduct themselves with a certain decorum. They should respect the host, and they should respect the other individuals.
So you have 390,000 subscribers, and you're like,
I don't care about that. That's just a number.
Let her finish, dude.
Right. So, like, you obviously work for some sort of intelligence agency or something. So.
No, I didn't. No, I don't.
Or at the bare minimum, I think.
That's crazy.
So no, what I was asking is, do you?
So why are you muting me?
Genuine.
I'm
not
muting you.
muting
Hey,
you.
No, up here, this
So
bitch.
can you
I'm
stop
muting
doing
you. Because you're gonna let her finish.
I'm not a mod. As I was saying, you came up here, you asked a question, and you say you're conservative, but you're clearly not. So if you're going to come up on a live, why not be authentic instead of being a twit?
Am I going to be allowed to speak?
No, not yet. A bunch of consonants in one vowel. If someone mutes you, that means they either have that means they have the power to. So if you keep unmuting, I'm just going to put you down in section 8. All right. Go ahead.
So can I speak now, or I mean, you're
stupid questions get stupid answers. Stupid questions get stupid answers. Don't ask me a stupid question. You already told you that you could.
If you come off mute one more time before Nick has landed her plane, I'm going to drop you. Do you understand that?
Host, can I speak freely or what?
Oh,
I just told you what was going to happen. I dropped you, and I'll do it again.
Go ahead, Harvey.
I'm sorry if it came across as a threat. It's just
It didn't.
It's more of a reminder that people need to do better. They're grown-ass adults, so if they want to come up on a panel, be genuine. For fuck's sake, it's not difficult. Sorry. I'll mute myself now.
Hey, Bandit.
What's going on?
So I don't know if ever met anybody. Has anybody ever met Harvey? Because she's a good person.
No, just now when she muted me.
I can't mute people. I'm not a mod. Sorry, that's not.
Dang, I thought it was you.
No,
I was going to give you the credit.
That was our lovely Dixie.
Can I ask a favor? Can somebody kick Couch Guy because he's literally trying to start shit and spam me right now?
I got you.
Let me address SVS down there.
Wait, I want to know. Damn it, you suck.
First off, there's the First Amendment, buddy. If you want to get into a constitutional debate, everybody on this panel, with the exception of one person, will mute up and you'll get walked like a dog. Don't start that shit. Second off, you have the emotional regulation of a fucking toddler. And third, you don't respect women because you don't know how to shut the fuck up when a lady's talking. And I'm sorry you have to hear this from somebody else. Guys like you are beta fucking males. That's why you wouldn't let Harvey say shit. And if you disagree, please, we can drop somebody and you and I can go at it.
W a man's voice in the chat.
Why y'all so angry? What's all the anger for?
Yo, if it ain't got your name on it, don't pick it up, Mr. Allen. Don't worry about it. ABC.
You can stay on mute till somebody addresses you again, Mr. Allen.
I'm just asking about the anger.
Mr. Allen, you can shut your mouth.
You take yourself
You found it.
If you take yourself off mute one more time, you'll be gone.
Fuck you.
That's why
Bye.
you're gone.
Don't forget to write. Some people's children are wild as fuck.
See, this is what happens when in America, parents decided to be their child's friend instead of their parent and not smack the shit out of them and teach them proper respect and manners.
Participation trophies.
Participation. No, it's like you had them.
Safe spaces and shit.
It's your responsibility to be their bloody parent and don't expect a screen to raise your child.
That part. My kids don't have that shit. They don't have like
no,
kids at all.
mine played outside, climbed trees, did all that shit. You know, I mean, that's normal.
What, Daniel?
I was just gonna let Bandit know that the lovely Harvey is from the good old state of Texas also.
Are you in Texas as well?
No, unfortunately.
Just Bandit.
Yeah. Well, Bandit is from. He's a native of Texas. He is born and raised Texan. But he's currently working and residing in South Carolina, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast right now until I finish this, and then I'm going home.
Bandit.
Oh, yay.
Can I have him? Can I have him, or are you going to take him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Victor.
I got you back. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Anybody or anything? I did have a couple of questions for Ms. Harvey. So my first question is, how long did it take you to go through the process to become a naturalized citizen?
Approximately 7.5 years.
And was it was it super expensive or like?
Here's the thing. I came in and I had something to offer. That's typically how you expedite that process. I was a practicing physician. I'm retired now because of I was involved in a car. It doesn't really matter. I'm retired. But I came in to offer something to this country, and it wasn't difficult. Now, as far as expensive, I think the cost has gone up, but not abhorrently so. No, not at all. So, and do I support legal immigration and ICE? 100%, because I want to know who the hell my neighbor is, or if I'm walking down the street, that the people around me have at least been somewhat vetted. The illegals that I'm talking about. So.
Yeah, no, that wasn't any question. I mean, because I am of the same opinion. I want to know who's coming in. I want to know what they have to offer. If they have nothing to offer, then why are you here? And why didn't you come the right way? Even if you don't have anything to offer, you're still welcome. But like at the same time, there's a right way and a wrong way to do things.
Yes.
And the fact that like what gets me is that people will question immigrants like you who have done it the right way, and they're like, oh well, and then they'll tell you all day like, oh, they're gonna come after you because you have an accent, and they're gonna check the papers. This is Yahtzee Germany and all that jazz.
Yeah, or because I only got in because of the color of my skin, or all sorts of nonsensical things. They just want to ignore the fact that I came in legally, and that pisses them off. And then, and it's like, you want to talk about the topic of illegal immigration, and I am a legal immigrant. So what is the issue? That's hypocritical of you to the person that brings that up. They don't like that though.
My last thing too, I wanted to ask the panel, because I've been seeing a bunch of videos with the recent about recent events and Iranian women celebrating recent events everywhere.
Yes.
And I guess it's not even a question, really. It's more of a statement. But I'm in Africa. I'm not. You know what? I'm not African. I'm a black American, and so that tells you. Yeah, I grew up Democrat. I walked away from the Democratic Party way before I could vote, and and the crazy part to me is that my mother, before I went to work, she's yelling. She's not yelling, but she's telling my brother. She's like, "Oh snap." She's like, "Oh, we're gonna go to World War III," and my brother's all like, "Oh well," because I don't agree with my family in the slightest. Like, anytime we talk about politics, it turns into an argument, and it just
politics are religion always.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there thinking, and I wanted to like say something because like people want to say no new wars, but it's not officially
it's necessary.
A war. I mean, war can be necessary or not, but the fact of the matter is this isn't a war. It's military action, sure.
It's ensuring our future, our children's future. This isn't a war for us. It's securing our nation's borders because they were developing and trying to create ballistic. Well, I'm not going to say all of that, but long-range weapons that can reach our coasts. That is not acceptable when a nation has declared for 43 years unalive to Americans. That's not okay. They declared Umar, which is what provoked us. Umar is what their leader told all Muslims globally. It means that regardless of how you feel or what affiliation you are, if you are a Muslim, it is your obligation to go forth, and those that do not convert, you are to unalive them. That was declared roughly 24 to 48 hours before we started our strikes against them. So, you know, you can only poke something so far and attack one of our allies for so long before, they wanted to develop it.
They FA'd, they FO'd, they fucked around and they found out.
Yeah, and I don't think that's something that just was a thing 24 to 48 hours beforehand. This is something that has been going on.
Oh yeah, but they actually put it. They actually vocalized it.
Dude,
no, they.
What
Yeah, they actually. Sorry.
You're okay, Harvey. It was just.
You don't have to mute me. I was agreeing with her.
No.
Yeah,
like,
I'm sorry. I didn't do it.
Mute me when I
didn't do it
with someone.
It wasn't me.
Like, are you fucking serious?
Shh, beautiful. I talk too much and I overtalk. It's please talk.
I didn't mute anybody.
No, it wasn't you that muted me. It was I was agreeing with you.
Yeah,
and I know. I was just saying, I don't think this is something like what has happened has been going on for a long time. These people are sick. They're fucking twisted. It's not something that has been happening in the last 24 to 48 hours. This is some shit that these people have wanted to happen for a long time.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's what's about to happen. I'm going to ask everybody on the panel, with the exception of JB and SVS, to hush, because what you are about to see and witness is a master class in dog walking. So please mute up. SVS, I'm going to tell you right now, the first time you interrupt or try to be an ass, well, never mind, JB's perfectly capable of handling you with all due haste and diligence.
You could have
talking on mute. I was talking on mute like a dumbass.
Talk, or are you guys just?
No, I haven't asked you a question yet. So, hey, how many articles are there to the United States Constitution?
I have no idea.
You're already done? You up here talking all that shit and you're already done? Miss me. Okay, so listen real quick. Get a pencil and a piece of paper. Take some notes, SVS. No, there's not 27. Those are amendments. So there's 7 articles to the Constitution. 7. There's 27 amendments. 1 through 10 is the Bill of Rights. 1 through 10 restricts the government. It tells the government what they can and cannot do. That's why the first one says Congress shall make no law. 11 is kind of neutral. 11 kind of protects us, but also gives them power. I'm not too sure about 11 yet. 12 through 27 give the government power. and take it away from us. Okay. So you didn't even know how many articles there were, baby girl.
He wasn't even paying attention, JB, because he was teacupped.
Well, he cannot pay
The-
attention down there.
The legal immigrant knew, by the way. I'm more American than he is. Sorry.
I mean, shit. Like, the fuck are we doing?
I know the Pledge of Allegiance in English and Spanish, so if anybody wants to say I'm not.
Sir, why are you coming up to... Oh, sorry, Daniel.
No, that was me talking, but if you were
my bad.
talking first, so you can go ahead and finish if you need
I
to.
would never come up to a political panel and not know shit like that. Like, that's the law of our land. Like, that is what governs us and protects us.
Then come up and say something logical.
He said, I don't know. He said he didn't know.
Well, you can Google. I mean, there's no shame in Googling. No, I'm dead off serious.
No, we don't. No, it's not an open book test.
Fair enough. Yeah. So
I will say that I do think there should be some kind of reform for immigration, like maybe making the process just a little bit easier.
Make it harder.
And I mean, because I'm gonna be honest, like if you put me on the spot like that, I wouldn't be able to answer either. And I feel that not most, but I feel like most Americans don't even know some of the questions.
Hold on, Victor.
Okay.
JB.
Yeah, I see it. So
do you want to play with your food again?
you only have the First Amendment right that you exist.
You're not JB.
Sorry.
Oh, why are you following me? That's weird. Don't do weird shit, SBS. So, hey, the First Amendment, you're not protected from me or Daniel or anyone else on this panel. You're not protected from homegirl down the street, the plug, or your kids' soccer parents, okay? The only thing you're protected from is the government. See, that's why it says Congress shall make no law. 1 through 10 protect you from the government. They tell the government what they cannot do, what they cannot infringe on. They do not protect you from me.
Okay. But why are you so upset?
What? Not you tone policing.
What is it that's made you so upset?
No, not you tone policing me. I don't need to be tone policed. I don't need to be gaslit, baby girl. If you can't handle it, that's a you problem. You should probably get off the internet if this depends on you.
I was talking about he was trying to gaslight, not you.
Yeah. I'm talking to him. Yeah, you should probably get off the internet, SBS. So if you like swipe out of TikTok and then you'll push your finger down on the screen, a little negative sign will kind of wiggle and wobble. Push that, and the apple disappear, and then gone.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry
I
about
thought
it
we're
anymore.
gonna have like a dog walking session or something. You guys haven't.
You ain't even smart enough to know you've been dog walked already. Are you for real? Okay, so I got it.
You know the Pledge of Allegiance.
I got it, Harvey. I got it.
Got it. Sorry.
Yeah, of course. I had to say it for 18 years or whatever. So yeah.
Yo, SBS. We're not doing the Pledge of Allegiance. So you don't know how many articles are in the Constitution. You don't know that the First Amendment protects you from the government. What do you know about the Constitution?
I mean, I know that you don't really believe in it, for sure.
No, what do you know about the Constitution? Boy, don't play with me, because I'll turn into a whole ass motherfucking cunt, and I will make your grandkids cry. So, again,
well, that's already
what do
happening.
you know? What do you know about the Constitution? Harvey, I promise I got it.
Is this going to be a conversation, or are you just going to ask me trivia questions? Or
what do you know about the Constitution is the question.
Yeah, I think the Articles of Confederation were better than the Constitution.
That's not answering the question. What do you know about the
that's what I
Constitution?
know about it. So
you don't know anything about it then. So nothing. You know nothing about it, and yet you want to have this conversation. I don't understand. Like what? You just want to look stupid up here?
What I was talking about Trotsky. You're bringing up the Constitution. So
the whole conversation is about the Constitution. It's not about anything else. It's about the Constitution, baby girl. All right. Bye. See ya. I ain't doing that shit. You dumb as fuck.
I was about to put you guys side by side.
Well, I'm sure there's somebody else that wants to come up here and pretend to dog walk me.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to interrupt. It's just like when people deliberately weakly gaslight at that, it's like shut up.
If it ain't got my name on it, I don't pick it up. And people like that.
For those
I can't stand people like that. Like, fucking come on.
Mr. Allen wants back up here. Hi, Mr. Allen. Where's he at?
On mute.
Sorry.
On mute.
Go ahead, Bandit. Go ahead.
For those of you who don't know, I hate to say this to you on the panel and also down in the comment section. This is the shit that JB and I and a few others do every fucking day. And you come up here with your half-assed fucking opinions, factually based in nothing other than some shit you pulled off of X or Blue Chew or Bluetooth or wherever you pulled it from. And you come up with shit like this, you get literally taken to the woodshed by not just a military veteran, but a former federal law enforcement officer. And then you want to cry about they act like liberals. I see you down there bumping your gums, brother. And you're lucky she got a hold of you because I wouldn't have been that nice.
Yeah, I was really nice.
Point. So the angry part is because we're sick and tired of explaining the same shit to the same smoothbore people who don't have a fucking clue. That's where the frustration comes in at.
Hey, Bandit.
We have a former British citizen up here who could walk you through the Constitution better than you know it, and you're a U.S. citizen. That is a fucking shame. You should go and take your parents and sue the school system that educated you and get your fucking money back. I'm not even going to say what JB's going to tell you should do with your mother.
Let's go. Hey, Bandit. Question. How do you protect? Yeah, you're anti-smart. You're anti-smart, dude. Yeah. Well, because I didn't want to say stupid, Nicole. Like that's kind of rude. Hey, Bandit. How do you protect your rights if you don't know your rights?
It's not possible. It's
so
not possible,
dude,
and that's why they've quit teaching them.
User, you can go somewhere else. Take your shit somewhere else. Do not put numbers in my
Before he goes, dark left. Give me a moment. If you want to troll, I strongly suggest you tread lightly. I am not a kind person when it comes to people like you.
Yeah. Hey, I'm the only one allowed to troll in here.
No, sorry.
It's actually crazy that I've been reading the comments for a while now, and SVS, I am not even smart enough to be an intelligence officer. So,
Bandit, I can guarantee you. I guarantee you, Bandit ain't scared of shit. He ain't scared of you. He just wanted everyone to see you get dog walked by a fucking female. So I did it because you wanted to talk shit to me. I know you don't like my tone. Sorry, it's the only one I got. Cry quietly.
So SVS, let me help you out and explain who and what I am.
Hold on, make swallowing great again. Can someone please teach women how to swallow again? Because I'm seriously reevaluating my stance on abortion because of people like that.
I'm scared.
Sorry, go ahead, Bandit. Hold on, Bandit.
Thank you.
SVS, let me help you out and explain to you who and what I am. I'm a United States Navy veteran. I served my country honorably and with pride. Here's the other thing. Before I'm an American, I'm a Texan. I am stupid enough, and it's been ingrained in my very soul, that standing on the broken down, crumbling walls of a 200-year-old church, surrounded by 4,000 Mexicans and only having 180 men around me is a fucking fair fight. Believe me, brother, the one thing I am not is scared of some fucking little pansy-ass bitch on TikTok. Now let me tell you what your little sorry ass is about to do. Now you're going to try to report me. Now you're going to try to say hate speech and bullying. So if I'm going to get dinged, let me tell you this. You are absolutely a beta bitch. That's all you are. And to the other asshole who's sitting there talking about report to your nearest enlistment office, beat you to it, bitch. Beat you to it, bitch. Already did it. What else do you have, you weak-assed fucking people?
Hey, no, you're not, SVS, because you are a bitch. But someone's got to be a bitch down there in Section 8. It might as well be you. You might as well be all the way the bitch. Okay.
He called me, he said I was afraid. Can I just address that? I've not been afraid of anybody or anything since I was 15 years old. That's all. On mute.
Oh my God. Again, tell me you don't know how the Constitution fucking works.
There you go, Bandit.
What?
Also, Bandit.
Remove Bandit.
I requested to follow you, and I'd be honored if you followed back. Just saying.
I'm private. I'll get it when I can. But yeah, I just got dinged because because one of those betas down there decided to report me. So yeah, I just got dinged for 10 minutes.
You're good. I can teach you how to undo that.
For harassment, guess what? For harassment and bullying.
Hey, so SVS has absolutely zero comprehension skills. Zero. None. It protects you from the government. I am not the government. It don't protect you from me, baby girl. I don't have to let you speak up here. This is a whole ass dictatorship. It's not a democracy. It's not a constitutional republic. It is a dictatorship. So, again, maybe go learn your rights.
I muted him.
Oh, Bandit, I muted him. Some people's children, like, what are we doing?
Also, by the way, dude, you guess what? You have just been deported.
No due process.
Without due process. And since you were muted, your freedom of speech has been revoked.
I have seen so many like liberals and leftists talk about, oh, ICE is wrong, ICE is Gestapo, and
ICE is racist,
ICE is that, and it's like, dude. And then anybody who is brown skinned, like if you are black or Mexican or any kind of other race that works for ICE, you're a traitor. But isn't that the very thing you're calling us? Like for the past 8 to 10 years of existence, you've been calling us all these different kind of racism shits, and not once have we actually been racist. But if I work for ICE, then I'm a traitor. I'm an Uncle Tom and a coon and all that. So I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Harvey, you should have came in here a long time ago, because shoot, I've been live for 5 hours and I've had over 1.8K viewers.
Oh, okay. There's no one. You got to call on me, Daniel. I'm trying to be polite. You're a dick.
Wait. You? Polite?
Oh, come on. I'm not that bad. Shit. I mean, I know I'm scary, but I ain't that bad. Come on now.
You scared me. I scared.
Yeah, once you actually get used to my tone and you know that I'm not. No, you didn't.
I know. I've been
What's
on,
wrong with
I've
you?
been on Daniel's panel a couple times with you in it, so I already know fully well how you are.
Yeah, that's just.
Oh no! Now we have Gray. Oh shit! JB Gray and Bandit. Jesus Christ! This is a recipe for.
What?
Gray just came in, came in said her joining. I said, with you and Gray, sounds like a party to me.
So there is a whole ass Supreme Court case that set precedents that states that any demographic, Oh, I didn't see it, Sharon. Are you still in here? There you are. That Sharon requested, apparently. I wasn't looking. I'm sorry. Hi, Gray. That
shit, Gray is here.
Set precedents that any demographic, any race can experience racism, prejudice, and discrimination. If you want to let me know. Oh, they're Gray, because me and you were here at the same time. You're like, oh shit.
Because that's a party ready to happen, you know.
Hey, 007.
I actually a couple of days ago I joined on a live that said that what is wrong with the black community, right?
Oh boy.
Being a black man, I was like, you know what, I can speak on this because I live in the community, and so I stated my.
I have a question. Yeah. Question. Why do we do that? Why do we continue to separate ourselves from each other? Because if we had done that back in slavery, Well, but you just did it. When we had done, if we had done that back when slavery was rampant, then the only people that could disband it were the people that owned slaves. If we do it now, the only people that can disband or keep abortion are the people that have them. So, like, why are we doing that? That's the government's plan, is to separate us from each other. Race, religion, sex, like all that stuff. The kind of shoes we wear, all that shit. They just want to separate us from each other. Like, why are you helping them?
Who are you?
What you say? So growing up in that community, I don't mean to.
He didn't hear me.
I don't mean to separate.
Dude,
I don't really know how to articulate it better. What'd you say, Daniel?
You're not going to interrupt my mod.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was done. He didn't hear me at all because he's still doing it. That's all.
No, I did hear you. I'm trying to figure out a way to articulate it, but I guess there's not a good way for me to articulate it. So I will concede. I will concede my point.
Exactly, Gray. Or easier to control in little groups.
It's about change. Something has to change in order for it to stop.
Well, yeah, no. I guess what I can say is I think that what needs to change is that, well, for one, what idiosyncrasy was saying, we need to be more together with other people.
Yes.
And not just think, oh, black this, black that. More, oh, I'm an American citizen before I'm a black citizen.
Yeah,
I want what's best for Americans. If you want to act like an American, we can talk.
100%, brother.
Yeah, if you want to sit there and act like, oh, white people owe you something, and that's the issue that I see, is that black people think that white people owe them something because it's something that happened 400 years ago.
Amen.
Why are we talking about race? Why are we talking about race?
I don't know.
Daniel, you don't want this.
I'm going to ask is, just because someone is asking questions over and over again, doesn't mean that they're not listening. It means that they're trying to process the information in a way that resonates in their brain. And I'm going to make a stance on this because I am also the person that would ask a lot of questions to make sure that I'm comprehending and understanding it. It doesn't mean that you're not listening. It's just be the way how the brain is receiving that information. Okay.
Okay.
All right. No, it's not that. It's just, I know I've seen some comments. Is he not listening? Why is there questions still being asked? Everybody learns differently. And I've also been bullied for asking a lot of questions before. Where you're not listening, what can you not comprehend? You know what I mean? Sometimes people can process it differently. Some people, yeah. But I mean, I'm just seeing how
the art studies.
Hold on.
The art studies.
Okay.
Right.
Well, please don't. Yeah. Well, it's not that. I pay attention to things. Okay. I'm watching his body language while everybody is speaking to him. I'm the type of person who's going to sit back and listen to every little word that you say, and also listen to how people react to everything. That's just me. I'm an observer, right? But I've noticed when he's kept asking questions too, I think people have taken a little bit of offense to it. And because I've been in that position too, I get it. So I'm just over here like making sure that, it's okay to ask questions. Ask as many questions as you want. There's nothing wrong with asking a lot of questions. And I don't want people to feel like they are getting frustrated for trying to understand in a way that resonates with them. No such thing as a stupid question.
Do you believe in this prompt here?
Yeah. What? No.
question, it's the frustration at the suggestion or the misunderstanding of what I've said that I have been frustrated with. And there are studies that show that men don't listen to femme voices as clearly as they do to male voices. And so when you add that in along with the defensiveness and the need to defend what's being said, then that's why I've came to the conclusion that there's people who aren't listening, and that's all. But there has been a glitch, so I didn't mean to interrupt you a minute ago. My apologies.
Oh, you're fine. Sometimes I end up forgetting that I cover my own mic with my own thumb. And also, too, just to let you know, I really love your accent. Well,
Thank you.
Scotland too. So.
Thank you.
Sorry, just to jump in here really quick.
Wait,
I
SV asked me a question. Like, I don't know why you he asked me, or they asked me, whoever it was down there below, literally said, "Vintage, do you agree or whatever with the back top?" Obviously, I can agree.
But the reason I ask is because it seems to strip women of agency. I think that's what I kind of think is odd about this statement.
Oh, I do agree that men do dehumanize women, and they have been dehumanizing women for centuries. But I'm going to go ahead and let Gray speak and stuff. I'm going to go back to muting, listening, and playing Sims.
Playing Sims. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. What I was going to say is I apologize if I have come off as disrespectful or berating or belittling in any of my comments or rebuttals. That's not my intent. My intent here is just to bring awareness and clarity to the prompt that's stated here. Truly, sincerely, if I have been disrespectful, I apologize, and I would very much like for anybody to call me out if that is the perception of what is happening with me.
Same. Just want to say same.
I hope everybody says same.
Same. Yeah, I understand. You weren't being disrespectful. You were just asking for clarity, and I didn't catch on to it because I thought I was already being clear, because when I said I feel like humanity, that involves literally everyone, men, women in general, it involves anyone. So I'm sorry if that wasn't clear for you, and I probably should be specific a little bit more. So that's my bad, I guess. Yeah.
It's not that it wasn't perceived as you not including everyone. It's that the general consensus of the blanket statement of everyone, you can see it in every legal document, every official documentation of any sort. When it's referred to as a blanket statement, the only, not even main, the only pronoun used is he. So that kind of generates this preconceived notion of everyone means men.
I understand. I see society as, I don't know really. I just see society as those who have a choice.
Can I just explain my frustration with the word society and all? We live under a patriarchy, and under this patriarchy, women are oppressed. Women and femme-presenting people and children. And so when we're talking about things like the judicial system, when we're talking about survivors, and when we're talking about this prompt here, the reason why it's so directed at dear men, stop dehumanizing us, is because there is a worldwide femicide. So when you say society has to do this and society has to do that, actually the people that are harming society the most are men. So that's where I have issue with people just saying society, because the biggest perpetrators of all crimes and all harm are men towards women, towards other men, towards children. And like I said, there was a worldwide femicide. I think it's important to highlight where those issues are coming from, and especially under the patriarchy. And so that sits with men. And it sits with men to hopefully try to make the first steps to changing it, because we are just trying to educate other men about why we feel that we have to isolate from men, because men are the ones that are causing the harm.
So are you saying, so I just want to make sure I understand, because I'm just kind of coming here, but it's kind of dehumanizing in a way, because you're saying, well, men stop dehumanizing it, because you're kind of saying like, well, men by virtue of whatever a man is, whatever you define that is like, aren't you kind of saying that it's in our very nature to do bad things? But if that's the case, like...
Wait, hold on, excuse me. If I may talk, I took a psych of gender class, and male are more typically related to more aggressive behaviors due to more testosterone that runs through their body. Just
so because we have testosterone, you're dehumanizing us? Is that what you're doing?
No, because you have testosterone, you have higher levels of testosterone, which cause like the angry, like a hormone.
But women abuse each other as well, right?
Okay, but that's not the focus. The focus is about the generations of men dehumanizing women. That's the topic.
Would you like to bring up some history? Do you want an example in history regarding the dehumanization of women? What women have had?
Yeah, but why? But here's what I'm saying is, you're saying because it's happened.
Don't talk over her. Let her finish.
Yeah,
because some people.
Whoa, buddy! I'm so sorry that the middle of my sentence interrupted the first of yours. Okay. I don't know if you do it again. I might just let Cha-Cha go off on you. Anyways, the reason why I'm asking this is that men have a very hard time understanding how our world was built, right? We're talking about a patriarch society, which Cha-Cha just explained to you, and you're still not understanding it. You're still not understanding how men have oppressed women, dehumanized women, degraded women, have raped women in history.
It's not that I don't understand that. What I don't understand.
No, it's fine. It's okay. He can speak.
No, yeah, I'm just saying I don't understand how you can collectivize guilt. Like, that doesn't seem like, can you say that like some men did bad things, so we all have collective responsibility? I think that's
can you
where did you say that?
Hold on, wait. Yeah, I was about to say, hold on a minute.
No, the prompt says that.
Why would I have guilt for something that is caused by a man? That is your responsibility. So what does guilt have to do with your actions as a man and the rest of society when men sit back and don't do anything?
But why would I have responsibility for something I didn't do? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Okay, great. So that's a good point that you brought up. So did you know that do you know how many social experiments that have been done in public, right? Of where a woman is in a dangerous situation. Who do you think helped that woman during that social experiment? It was another woman. Whether it was a social experiment of a woman handing a note to someone saying, I need help, most men ignored it. That means you are part of the problem, right? But the women, no. You're going to stay muted until I finish speaking. But when it was presented to a woman stepped in. They did a social experiment on a man drugging a woman's drink, putting substances in their drink, just a social experiment with a drink, right? Who do you think stepped up first to help another woman? Another woman. Okay. So when you sit there and say, how is it my problem? Then you are the problem. Because when you step back and watch someone else cause harm and do harm and you don't stand up for it, you are the problem.
Again, that wasn't me though. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't need to be you. Right. It is you. You are just guilty as if you didn't even do it, because you're allowing another man to harm a woman and you're turning a blind eye. You are the problem. You are the issue in society, right? You could step up and prevent and save someone's life, but because I guess your ego and your patriarchal mindset says, well, geez, not my problem. Like, it's just another woman. Who cares? Not, at the end of the day, what does it matter? I don't know her name. That's still a form of dehumanization, because you're not looking at her as something that matters and is worth protecting. You're looking at her as if she's less of something that is worthy to being on this planet.
Okay,
Have
so if
you ever
women
stabbed two people that were actively committing a sexual assault to stop that sexual assault? Because I fucking have. Because
Well, I've
I
never-
stopped that. Because I do
Wait,
not want to
that's-
be involved in that.
that's quite
I
a
do
pivot.
not. No, stop talking. Let me finish.
He's angry. Hold on.
Because I am not one of those people who just sits by and says, oh, that's not my problem. It's not concerning me. That's not anything to do with me. I'm just going to walk away. No, we do not walk away. We help.
Well, that's
And I
not what I said,
also-
though. That's not what I said.
I also
That's not the point that we're making, because it's also men like you were the reason why I was allowed to be beat in public by my ex-husband, while his friends stood
Oh.
around. His friends didn't hold him
So
accountable and say, hey, you know what? Maybe you should not be hitting on your wife. But they sat there and listened to me get pelted, fist after fist, in a back room. And nothing happened. So yes, you're part of the problem. You're just as guilty as the man who touched me. Go ahead.
So if I could say that women throughout history had reinforced these things to happen, would you give women responsibility for this as well, or would you say that it's all men's fault?
That's a
What do you mean?
false, like,
Reinforce
goddamn-
what? Reinforce what? What did women reinforce?
I mean, all these things that you're blaming men for.
What men's actions? So this is somehow women's fault.
yeah, that doesn't really.
It's women's. Are you saying that it's women's fault?
Well, I'm
for
saying you
men
guys are
beating on
collectivizing
women?
guilt of all men. So I'm saying, why can't you do the
Do
same
you
for
feel
women?
guilty?
If
Well,
women
where
do
does
this?
it say?
There's something wrong.
Apart from the fact that I say it's all men until no men, there is nowhere here that it says that it's all, and that men should feel guilty. So that's, again, a feeling that you're attributing to this statement. It is not based on anything other than your assumption. Why wouldn't you feel guilty? I would feel guilty if I was contributing to harm. In fact, I do feel guilty and
it
don't
seems
buy
that-
things from certain shops because I understand that harm is made when I buy certain clothing, for instance. So I'll do one wee thing that can help maybe support that cause, or I'll buy free-range chocolate. So why is it that men can't see that humanity in their neighbour that is a woman or femme-presenting person? Why is that? Why don't you see them as human?
But aren't you kind of misgendering people? Because obviously some women are biologically male.
Is
Would you
misgendering
agree?
what to do? No. Men are male presenting. Men are masc or male presenting. Whatever gives you the privilege of having male privilege. It's not about misgendering anybody. And honestly, it's just a deflection away from the problem. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to hold men accountable who are doing harm to women and children. So you agree with men doing harm to women and children?
No, of course not. I don't. But it says dear
Well,
men
then why
and
are you
women.
trying to
So
say that we're making
why
you
don't you
feel
say
guilty?
male and why doesn't
Men
it say
should
dear?
feel guilty.
Why doesn't it say dear
because-
male and
No,
sincere?
we're saying dear men. We're saying dear men. We know that what that encompasses, and that also includes T-men. It also includes all men that are mass presenting, that identify as men. That's who it includes. Yeah. So it's not being gender
But doesn't it
exclusive at
strip?
all.
But doesn't it strip agency
No.
away from women?
No,
though?
it doesn't. No,
I think it
No,
does.
doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Some women,
You
some
can think
women
that all
might
you
agree
want,
with-
but you can still be wrong.
No, semantically speaking, it does strip
Some women
agency from
agree with
women.
the statement and some women won't. And what? Just like you don't agree with the statement, but
Well,
you
I'm just
haven't
trying to
given
define the
reasons.
statement. I'm not
No,
saying I
we don't
disagree.
have to define it. The statement is very much defined. It's a very clear statement, and you can agree with it or disagree.
Yeah, I agree.
Give
It's
us your reasons
clear.
why, but all
I
you're
agree
doing
that
is
it's
making
clear.
questions. You're giving questions that nobody else is asking because people like myself and like the host and like Vintage and like Great are not, and Autumn and obviously Event are not misogynistic and harmful the way that you are. You're more worried about the feelings and the egos of men as opposed to the harm that happens to women and children. You're more worried about that than the actual issue itself. And that speaks volumes about who you are.
Well, aren't you jumping to
You're more
conclusions?
offended that you're taking offense to this because you're part of the problem. That's the issue.
Right. And hold on. And also too, I'm going to piggyback off what Cha-Cha said too as well. Regarding, because men always want to come, men like you want to come up here and always bring in statistics when you talk about women committing crimes, right? You're just like, well, it's not all men. What about women? Well, do you know how many women, how many women do you think globally face partner or sexual violence? How many women globally? Come on, so no, it's just, you'll be shocked. How many women globally?
Well, I didn't say anything like that though.
Well, it matters, right? Because we're talking about patriarchy, we're talking about dehumanization, we're talking about men committing 80%, 90% of the crimes worldwide. So how many women worldwide face partner and SA?
So you just want to get rid of all men and just delete us?
Why are you deflecting from the question? I'm asking you a question. Give me an estimate of how many women do you think globally versus men are subjected to face partner and sexual violence, sir? Just give me a roundabout. Great. It's 840 million women worldwide have faced partner violence. And do you know what partner violence is? Because don't sit here and say that, well, a man protects, because not even women are safe in their own homes from men. Okay. And then we're talking about sexual violence. That's 840 million women. And who commits those crimes? Men. Men, sir. All right. So we're talking about in a 12 months alone, 360 million women, 11% of those age 15 and older were subjected to physical and sexual violence by the intimate partner. Okay.
Okay. But that means that there's a lot of men that aren't doing that as well, right?
It's still, when you turn a blind eye, when you're going to sit there and watch someone on the side of the street get assaulted and get attacked, and you want to sit
I've
on
never,
your butt.
I've never witnessed that though, so I don't know how I'm responsible for that.
I have seen that.
If I can interrupt
before, and I've used that step up. Like, I actually got a crowbar out of my car and walked up, seeing this guy jerk his girlfriend around, and I was like, "Are you okay?" I stood up and said something while his.
So how am I responsible?
What are you going to do if you are in that position? Are you going to sit there and turn a blind eye, or are you going to get up and do something about it? What are you going to do if you are in that position?
Well, every scenario is going to be different. I don't know exactly what I would do because I haven't seen the situation. So
it doesn't matter what the scenario. A simple question. Are you going to be a protector? Are you going to sit there with your thumb up your butt and shrug it off going, well, it's not that dangerous of a situation? It doesn't matter what scenario it is, because these are all realistic scenarios of a woman being, shrugged in her drinks, or whether a woman's being dragged in an alley, or whether a man is grabbing her arm and being violent towards her. And it doesn't have to be a physical drastic violence. Or what about a man in public who is verbally putting down another woman? What are you going to do? You're going to say, hey, man, you shouldn't speak to women like that?
I want to be part of the
solution. Good point, Event. So what are you going to be a part of the solution, or are you still going to be a problem?
I would also like to point out another form of how men dehumanize.
Let's let him answer real quick, Event, and then Ryan wants to go because Ryan has really been wanting to speak. But and then you can go, and then everyone else, and I'll mute up. What are you of the problem. Solution, you're going to be part of the problem. It's yes or no question.
Well, I would love to be a part of the solution, but I'm not so sure that you're a part of the solution, part of helping this.
Excuse me. You have a lot of. Be nice. I'm finding it. I'm finding the words to not get my own self freaking flagged. When I sat there and told you that my ex-husband beat me in front of his friends, you have the nerve to sit here and tell me as a domestic violence survivor how I'm not being part of a solution when I call pigs like you out?
Well, again, I was trying to make a point, and you're not listening to my point. My point is
what you
that
did was insult me, is what you just did. You want to sit here and retract back to me. I'm not a man. Am I? No, I'm not. We're talking about men either being part of the solution or part of the problem. And you want to sit here with your whole chest and say, well, I don't see you being part of solution, when I sat here and explained that I literally got freaking beat up by my ex and his friends didn't do anything.
Well,
and
again,
I've also confronted someone for being that way. So,
well, my point is that the statement on the screen and what you're saying is stripping agency of women, and I think that that's a harmful thing to do. That's what I'm saying.
I told you it's not. It's not. It's
In
not
what way
at all.
is it stripping agency?
Okay, let me read the statement and I'll answer. Dear men, stop dehumanizing us and wondering why we won't choose you. The common denominator here is you. So it puts all the emphasis on men and saying that they dictate all of reality and all of society and everything. And I just think that that's very
No, I think you're putting
untrue.
the emphasis on the you part, because you apparently had a whole ass box of red pills before you joined the live.
Okay, hold on. Base of what he is saying.
Accusatory.
yeah, let Ryan go real quick, and then Autumn, and then
true,
it's all.
sorry.
Yeah, no one's fine. I said Ryan could go, but I'm gonna have to go make some more coffee and take a breath before I fucking lose my shit.
Well, there's been a lot of things said, so I'm trying to figure out which one. Back to the being part of the solution and seeing like things happening to women. Maybe you've been in a situation where you've seen something but not realized like the gravity of that. Shoot, what's your name at the bottom? It starts with an S, but it's really small on my screen. SVS?
SVS, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Is S cool for being short?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool, thanks. But I was walking down the street with a friend at just like a little walkable main street. And this guy had his window down, music up, and was just like staring down my friend, woman, and just like I felt uncomfortable. And he just like drove by staring at her. And like, you've never seen something like that happen? Or like maybe a guy told a woman you should smile more. Like, you haven't seen that happen? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Have you seen something like that? S?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but again, it's just like, I don't really think this is a useful, analogy to what I'm trying to get at. But I mean, I probably have been in that position.
Okay, yeah.
Sure,
and so,
but I mean,
yeah.
I mean, so like, just to keep the conversation flowing, if I'll just respond really briefly. But I mean, okay, for example, right, like in your scenario, right, here's what I'm trying to get at, right? Like, you're appealing to say like, well, violence in men because of our biology is really a bad problem, and I would agree, right? But like, here's the situation, like, you're also appealing to men's capability of violence and strength and, morality that's obviously possible in men, at least, to resolve the problem, right? And I'm just saying that like that both parties, men and women, hold responsibility both as a collective and as individual, and for emphasis to be put on this where, well, because you're a man, you're the problem, and then to simultaneously say you're the solution and that we need your help to come and solve the problem. See what I'm saying? Like, it's literally a contradiction in and of itself. Well, I'm just saying as a whole, like, that's kind of, I'm pointing out that it's a logical
I want to have a
conundrum.
conversation between you and me. I don't want to like
Sure,
branch off and pivot to something else.
but you're falling into the same trap because you're again saying that like it is because you're literally performatively creating a conundrum that can't be really solved logically. Like, just from a philosophical standpoint, the way that you're arguing
can be
is back in the same thing that I was trying to get at with vintage, where you're basically saying that men both are simultaneously the problem and the solution, and evil and good at the same time. And it's like, okay,
hold on, you're putting words in my mouth, and let's take a step back.
Well, every statement has a series of
please pause so I can talk, because you said a lot of things and I haven't been able to respond. And like when you pivot like 3 or 4 times, like I can't like clarify my point. You see what I'm saying?
I'm also going to clarify, never once did I say anything about evil or good ever come out of my mouth. So let's not gaslight and put words in people's
But you agree with the statement, and that's kind of the implication.
I do not. I do not.
No, the statement on the left.
What I've heard from you multiple times.
But I don't agree with what you said. Okay, go ahead.
Well, the presuppositions of the statement imply those things.
No, it doesn't. You're just making assumptions.
Do you know what presupposition means?
Yes, I know what I know exactly what that means, and I see a lot.
And do you understand that every statement has a presupposition?
I am so sorry that the middle of my sentence when I was speaking interrupted yours. You're treading on thin on here with me, sir. Okay, go ahead, Ryan. I got to mute before I cuss.
Oh, yeah. What I keep hearing from you is whenever like somebody makes a statement, it seems, and correct me if I'm wrong, like you pivot to something else and don't address like the situation we're talking about specifically, and you move on to something else and dismiss what's being talked about. And I would like to try to like keep to the point before like there's something else that
I already answered your question.
Down.
So
no, I don't think you've actually.
And interrupting Ryan when he is speaking, please. You're being incredibly rude, and Ryan is trying to explain his point, and all you're doing is interrupting people. Let people speak, and then you can respond. We're all adults here. We're not children. Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, thank you. So, like one thing that I am trying to do is one, like assess the situation. Is it safe for me to like interrupt the act, like that's happening in front of me? Or like, how can I diffuse that situation if it's safe, right? And I find it like really difficult to believe that you haven't like maybe seen and realized these situations that have been happening to women in front of you.
Okay. Again, you're asking me a question that has many different facets to it. So
sure.
Can I respond appropriately?
Yeah.
So,
please.
okay.
I welcome that.
So let's set up the scenario. Okay. I'm walking down the street in a major city. Let's say that there's 10 people on a block. Okay. And you're saying, well, this guy is doing something bad to a woman, whatever it is. I don't know, but I'm observing it. And, let's say that I'm the closest of the 10 people and I'm the only one who seems to be really aware of the situation. And you're saying, well, like, would I go up and get into a physical altercation to defend the woman in whatever the situation is? And I'm saying, okay.
Well,
and so is that what you're asking me?
Well, not like physical altercation. That seems like a little bit extreme, right? But like,
you're asking me if I would do any harassment. Would I do something, right?
Yeah, something reasonable, something safe-ish.
So to keep everything balanced, like let's say that I'm 20 feet away and there's another woman that's also 20 feet away, and we both are observing things to an equal degree. Okay, so let's just make it even, right? Like, okay, there's a man and a woman. There's something going on.
Sure.
The man and the woman, me and another person are simultaneously,
Yeah, I'm tracking.
In the thing. Okay, so. And this is a thought experiment. I'm just trying to get to the crux of like what I'm arguing. So, and hopefully this will make sense for everybody too. So like that way you understand. I'm not just trying to be a troll or something.
No, I'm
trying to
tracking.
really understand.
Tracking means I understand, or at least I believe I understand.
So my problem with the prompt and kind of what I'm understanding from the panel is, again, I'm not trying to be a mean person. I'm just trying to understand, like, if there's scenarios happening, it seems that you're putting more responsibility and accountability on the man than the woman who's observing the situation. Now, I'm not saying that that's the case or not. I'm just saying, like, that's the way I'm perceiving it, right? And so I'm saying, if me and this other person are equally viewing, I would give us both an equal amount of responsibility to a certain degree. Now, if it comes to, like, you know, something's physical happening to this woman and her life's in danger, right? And then me and the woman are both unarmed and we both don't have a cell phone or the ability to call the police or whatever we're supposed to do, right? Like, are you saying that I now have more moral responsibility to intervene in that situation because I have more physical strength or acuity on average? And again, not all the time. It could be Ronda Rousey or something.
I have an answer for that. No.
Okay, so I'm just trying, and again, I'm just trying to make sure I understand the full morality of what you're
I understand the question. I understand the question. So in general, I think men do have, like, inherently a easier situation or easier, like, thought process here because we're less threatened by the violence of men. Like, we are less vulnerable to that violence.
Okay, great, perfect. Okay, great. So let's work with that. Let's work with that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So what you're hearing is, hey, I'm 6 foot, I'm 200 pounds, and if there's like a 5'4" individual who's like 120 pounds wet, like, yeah, you see what I'm saying.
Right. Okay. So let's explore the scenario. And again, I'm really trying to take this very seriously. Okay. So let's say that.
Oh, and my situation before wasn't like physical, like per se. I'm saying, like, I was walking with somebody and, like, she was getting stared down. Like,
right. Yeah, I know. But I'm saying let's take it to the extreme for the sake of argument.
No. Let's not, because the extreme isn't what happens most often. Let's take the one that happens most often.
Well, it's going to come to that anyways, but I mean, because, and I'll explain why. Okay, so you'll see this, right? You'll see what I'm saying. Okay, so let's say that it's somewhere between what you're saying, where it's something that's uncomfortable, and it go, up to the point of, a knife to someone's neck or something, right? So somewhere in between extreme and what you're talking about, right? Somewhere in between there.
No, right? not somewhere. I want the simplest, easiest, like, situation that happens the most.
Well, it's not. I can show you how it's not simple. I can show you how it's not simple. Let me explain. Okay. So again, let's say that what you're talking about, there's something uncomfortable going on, right? There's a male and a female. We're both equal ways away. Let's say, let's discount the fact that
my scenario is not what that was. Let's talk about my scenario, like, specifically. Like, I was walking with.
Well, I'm trying to talk about the responsibility of a male and a female in the same situation. And that's what I'm trying to talk about.
I was there, the one who wasn't being, like, the energy was directed at. Like, to me, I should be the one, like, hey, dude, that's wrong. Because, well, in my hypothesis, I'm the one who's going to be more respected because, one, I'm not the target. Two, I'm a man, and men just inherently, for some stupid bullshit reason, respect men more.
You've clearly never actually been in a situation like that. So let me explain to you. What it's like.
Clearly.
Hold on. You can do not just dismantle Ryan.
Because I have, like, should I have a GoPro on me so I can show you the basically?
Let me explain what I'm getting at.
Okay, no, what we're not going to do is sit here and put down someone's experience and say it is not a valid experience. We're not going to do that. Okay. All right.
Like, Scout's honor, this happened.
No, right. And not say, oh, well, you didn't, because I'm so sorry, we forgot to videotape the experience, the thing happening, because, like, who thinks about that and pulls out the phone, but, like, wait a minute, can you just stop hitting me and let me record it real quick? And then after Ryan, Autumn's going to go, and then Cha-Cha's going to go.
Well, actually, Vintage, I just don't see this progressing so far.
Okay.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you're you seem to be pretty dismissive of things, S, and it's hard to work with, at least from my side. S.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm allowed to respond, so somebody else has to go.
I've had to mute you because you constantly keep interrupting people, and it's very disrespectful and disingenuous when someone is speaking. And you've overtalked Ryan, and you've tried to overtalk me. So if Ryan is finished up with the conversation, then Autumn is going to speak to you, and then Cha.
Yeah, S. The reason I'm backing out.
Down bowl music because, yeah.
Yeah, S, the reason I'm stopping here is it seems that whenever I ask a question, you hop to something else, or you don't engage with what I'm asking, and I just don't find the value in it. If you're not gonna if I'm correct, have a good faith one-on-one on this topic discussion. See what I'm saying, S?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to respond, so just let the next person.
No, that's not at all what I said. I said I would how about what I meant was I would appreciate a direct response to the exact scenario and situation that's at hand.
Right. Well, that's what I was trying to give you, but you guys don't understand what I'm saying. So.
No, you kept.
You weren't trying to give
in
that,
the
though.
conversation. Let Autumn speak now.
Well, that's my experience of it, and you guys are invalidating my experience of it. So go ahead.
Oh, be quiet. Autumn, what would you like to say?
All right, you're gonna listen to
Hey,
me
y'all.
talk, and I'm going to give you a chance to talk. Ryan, I'm sorry that you were invalidated and mostly ignored. I'm sorry.
No,
that is
Autumn. I think
really
you and I are
rude.
going to be on the same page very shortly.
So, SBS, I'm the person that brought up biology. You've been going after all these people. I've been waiting my turn. I'm the one who brought up that factor. And before you cut me off, please let me finish. I brought that up. Yes, men do have more testosterone that lead them to aggressive behaviors, though that is the reason why men dominate this kind of crime field, which is why we are talking about it, which is why this is the topic, because we are women going through generations and generations of being dehumanized. An example of this, when I was 12, I was assaulted by 2 classmates. I got a restraining order against them both, and no one in my school believed me. They held weapons to me, cut off my clothes, threatened to rape my 6-year-old sister, and no one believed me in my town. Everyone said, oh, these boys have bright futures. They didn't get probation. They weren't forced into therapy. Last year, both of those people got charges for assault rifles, child endangerment, shootouts, and they still didn't go to jail. They got 1 year of probation each for that, for class A, D, C felonies. That is the problem that we're trying to discuss, is that these men are able to get away with it while we are here still struggling with it all the time, and it's in our faces. For you to say that we are just generalizing men, yes, because it is most men. Statistically, it is most men. You can look that up on a DuckGov, a credible source. It's not that hard. All right, now I'm going to give you the chance to say whatever you want back.
I think his live is paused.
Yeah, I was about to say he's awfully quiet.
No, I'm here. I'm here. No, I'm trying to be respectful. I'm just not giving myself the option to interrupt. So okay, so
dude, I love that.
I understand what you're saying, and I think it's a horrible thing what you said, and obviously that should never happen to anybody, and something should be done with these people, right? And I mean, honestly, what I would do to the people who did that to you at the time they did that to you, regardless of their age, is, probably very violent. And again, this is kind of what I'm trying to argue, is that men throughout history, some men have used their violence for evil, and some have used their violence for good, and some for both, and some for in between, right? So
how do you use violence for good?
Well, if the person is holding a knife to you and your sister and doing bad things to you, it would probably require violence to stop that threat. Would you agree or not?
That's de-escalating. We're talking about violence as attacking and.
Well, it still requires violence, though, right?
Okay, I guess you are right, but we're talking about
right. Like this guy Gray said that he, used a weapon to stab somebody. So, I mean, obviously he had to use violence, right? So.
Yeah. So what do you do? when you see that in front of you?
Okay, well, as I just said, what I would do is, probably end the people, unalive the people that were doing that to you if I were there in the moment. So, but again, that requires violence and that requires testosterone and stuff like that, right? So
I think de-escalation requires violence.
do you know a way to stop somebody who is crazy and has a weapon from
My
doing
sister
something
is
evil other than that?
bipolar type 2 and a coke addict. Yes, I do understand, buddy. Okay. I understand.
Say substance.
Girl, real quick. You
I'm
guys
sorry.
are fucking
Substance.
So,
I do apologize.
Jesus.
Okay, so again, like, would you, if somebody unalived those people when they were trying to do that to you and your sister, would you have felt bad about that? Now?
No.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying,
actually,
right? So
I would have they haven't having to be in that situation where I felt the need to do that, especially at a young age, or the fact that anyone
Right.
has to go through that at all. It shouldn't happen in the first
Yeah,
place.
of course. I mean, I would feel bad, for that happening in a sense, but like, in the lesser of the two evils, if you want to take it there, I mean, obviously one thing is better than the other, right? Like, you would agree, right?
One thing's better than the other. Can you re-explain that for me?
So like if they were going to, grape and do other thing and maybe end you guys' life and somebody had, let's just say for instance, and this is what I was trying to get at with Ryan, right? So let's say that another woman came and tried to intervene and he just continued doing what he's doing. And I'm just throwing this, I'm just trying to give the scenario, right? Let's say a woman tried to intervene and he wasn't scared of the woman. And then another guy said, "Hey, stop." And then he escalated because now his aggression's coming out because now he feels threatened, right? Like, for example, right? If you put a rat in a corner, the rat will try to bite you because it feels it has no way out. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like sometimes having the threat against the threat will escalate the situation. This is why they call in like FBI negotiators and stuff like this, right? Like someone to calm the situation down and de-escalate, which sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Like you have a carrot and you have a stick, right? So my point is that at some point or another, there still has to be a threat of violence. Right.
Okay.
So
violence.
So that's what I'm trying to get at, right?
Okay, I understand that, but what we are saying is that violence is the root of like this. That is what needs to be brought down. You're saying we need to fight violence with violence.
Well, not
with
necessarily.
fire.
Not necessarily. I mean, most people who are committing these type of violence have had extreme violence done to them, or extreme abuse, or extreme neglect, or something, right? Like most people who do the type of things that you're describing had something inflicted upon them. Now, does that make them victims? To some degree, yes, but also to another degree, you have to hold them responsible for those actions, right? Like Jeffrey Dahmer didn't just roll out of bed and say he wants to eat people's brains one day, right? Like something bad happened to him, obviously, or he had some sort of mental
You're like
defect or something, right?
catastrophizing. You're extremizing here. This is not true.
Well,
or
these
based
are
in
extreme
fact
things
at
that are
all.
happening that we're
No.
discussing.
This is not part of the topic.
You have fallen into a trap of believing what like happens on the opinion news, which actually isn't news or validated by data.
Well, what
Like, people
specifically
just
are you
assume-
talking about? Are you saying that kids who are abused are not becoming criminals later, or criminals
Negative. What I'm
happen
saying
without
is that you
abuse?
said most people. You said something to the effect that most people who have like do these violent things have had like violent things happen to them in the past,
There's
this is
tons of
not
research
the
on that.
case.
Yeah,
exactly. You're just not citing the right ones. Like,
Okay,
people
so
who commit
are you saying that the
men-
average amount
hold
of
on.
criminals that do violent crime have not had abuse or neglect or something like that happen to
In
them?
this situation, we're not talking about criminals per se, right? We're talking about specific individuals who
Well,
are.
what she's talking about is a very specific situation.
I'm
right?
talking about men.
Yes, men specifically here.
The percentage of men in these crime fields. I'm sorry, I caught up the vintage witch. I'm sorry.
Sorry, host is raising their hand. So
So, if you think that they're doing all those crimes and behaving that way because of trauma, don't you think they're making a choice to harm people?
Of course, I'm trying to give maximum amount of agency to everybody involved, men and women, and the good people and the bad people. Everybody should have some level of responsibility for it. I'm just acknowledging the fact that you could argue that most of the people inflicting these evil things on people have had something evil happen to them. Now, that doesn't excuse it and make it okay and mean that there shouldn't be a punishment for it, but it does mean that.
Why are you involving it like it's an excuse if it doesn't correlate with their decision to harm people?
Well, again, I'm going back to your statement on the left here, which is basically saying that women have no agency or responsibility in the situation when everybody does have a responsibility.
Okay, so now you're on the fence with the victim blaming stuff. Because listen, dehumanization can be just about anything. There's different forms of it. The worst form that we're doing right now, depending on people's opinions, would be grape. And since the majority of my lives and the topics that I choose to do in my lives is about grape, that would be the primary dehumanization that I would be talking about. So what exactly about that particular scenario would be the woman's fault?
Well, I obviously I'm not saying it's a woman's fault that happens to her.
But you just said something that was victim blaming. Like, why are you taking it away from the woman? Why don't they have some form of accountability or responsibility in this scenario? When they're being dehumanized, they're being victimized. What part of victim means blame?
Yeah, but you're saying that only women can be victims?
I'm not saying only women. If the majority of the time the perpetrator is a man, the majority of the time the victim is going to be a woman. It's clearly displayed across the fucking internet. If you look up the stats, it's literally
I'm not denying what you're saying.
Systematic issue. Because the system has trained you, conditioned you to be a predator. Because you are a man. And you indulge in that behavior. You make a choice to harm women because you are conditioned by a patriarchal system that makes you feel like you have the power and you have the ability and you have the entitlement to do as you will fucking please. So you have no respect for other human beings that actually carry half the population. Do you not see how much it just makes you look like a fucking idiot? To think that there is any blame or any substantial accountability when the woman is the victim. In most cases, whether it's crime, whether it's convictions, whether it's grape, whether it's DV,
but
IPV.
do you see how you're
I'm not divulging. I'm not deterring. I'm not assuming something because everything I'm saying you can back up on the internet if you so choose. So the fact that you want to sit here and assume that it's somehow 50-50 is bizarre to me because the stats aren't 50-50. But obviously, a man would come in a TikTok live about women being mistreated by men and think, oh, well, you guys need to take some responsibility because it's partly your fault too. Excuse me?
Again, you're not really listening to what I'm saying. That's not what I'm.
I am.
You're extrapolating something that I'm not saying into what you're.
The only thing that you have to go for the argument and to go against what I'm saying is to accuse me of not listening to you. That is how I know I'm correct. I'm done.
All right, I want to say something real quick to you regarding this, and we're talking about, and Ryan was asking me too, and then Cha-Cha, you're going right after me. I promise. I'm going to be real quick. I promise. Cha-Cha's been waiting so much for and stuff going do. Okay. You wanted to bring up childhood abuse. Okay. Here's the problem with that, right? Because if we're going off gender, All right. Researchers have indicated that experiencing childhood abuse has increased to a criminal or violent behavior in adulthood, often described as a cycle of violence. All right. Now, we do have perpetrators, some pretty famous ones, that didn't experience any type of violence in their childhood and still went on to be offenders. Some men that are survivors of childhood abuse do not go on to commit crimes, but studies do show that men with a history of abuse, when left untreated, are more likely to engage in crime and violence. So individuals that were abused, neglected as children are significantly more likely to be arrested as adults. Studies of incarcerated men show high rates of childhood trauma, and one study found that 68% of sample of male inmates reported experiencing some form of childhood abuse. Okay. And this goes back to the patriarch. Okay. And what a man would instill into his son. All right. Emotional neglect, telling someone, well, you can't cry, that's not manly, you know, the list goes on. Okay. And that is a form of psychological abuse. Or they grow up in a home where they see their father, you know, mistreat their mother, or they experience the same type of neglect and treatment from both parents. You see that cycle in the type of crimes that they commit in adults. But still at the same time, whether you hit abuse and you're going through that abuse is still on you as the man to go get the treatment to be able to break that cycle. Okay. Now, when we're talking about it is all men that commit, when we say all men till it's no men, but when we're talking about majority of crimes, even worldwide, statistically, it's 90% of men that commit those crimes. Let me ask you about John Wayne Gacy. So are men even safe from men?
I mean, clearly not in some sense, because but again, it required violent men with guns to go and arrest him and hold him in a.
Okay, so if men aren't even safe from men, now do you get to understand what we're talking about regarding this topic, especially with John Wayne Gacy? Because if we're going to sit up here and victim blame, where would we put the blame at? Who is at fault for that?
Are you not dehumanizing men by saying that because they have a certain genitalia that they're evil or they're a part of the violence, the cycle of violence?
How am I dehumanizing John Wayne Gacy when he
But
literally?
You said all men are responsible, but you.
First off, why don't you stop jaw jacking? Second off, I literally just said John Wayne Gacy. He unalived over 30 men. And then I said, are men safe with men? You said no. Okay. Which also means that women are not also safe with men. If a man can commit that type of violence against another man, okay.
But also men who are capable of violence put him in a prison and held him there for the rest of his life too, right? So.
Oh my God, you still are really missing. You know what? Cha-Cha, please just spit him up and chew him out, because you're twisting everything that I'm saying. You're trying to say, oh, well, a man put him in jail. Okay, just because that man is a cop and put him in jail does not make that man, at the end of the day, a good man. Okay, you cannot sit up here and say that you yourself are a good man. You can't make that validation, because Ted Bundy looked like a good man, right? Ted Bundy was like the nicest guy ever. Oh, Ted Bundy is so nice. And then look what he went and did. That was also one of those people that wouldn't expect it.
If I can keep you accountable.
I'm sorry. I was about to snap. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad.
This isn't going anywhere.
I'm sorry.
I know. I know it's not going to go anywhere, but
I love you.
Still stands, and where I'm making my point, regardless, that, you know, when we have actual perpetrators like John Wayne Gacy who attacked men, Jeffrey Dahmer, whatever, you know, again, you're twisting it, trying to say that because he was arrested by people doing their job still does not validate that those men were still good. But Cha-Cha, go ahead. Twisting it.
She said her.
Because you're basically saying that all men are evil and you hate men. So, I mean, I get it.
Are you listening to anything she's saying?
Hold up. Listen here. Okay, Sav, see, whatever. Okay. I had a man earlier today on a panel tell me that I hate men because my body kills off sperm. I'm a man hater by flawed design. Okay. So you're up here making an assumption that I said all men are evil. We're talking about crimes that men commit on this worldwide stance. Okay. All right. You're putting words in my mouth. The same man who told me that I was a man hater because of a natural reproduction process. You just dehumanized me, just like I got dehumanized earlier today. I'm done. Cha-Cha, please spit him up. I'm going to end up cussing, and I can't do it.
I was about to curse when you brought up the serial killer because
the thing is,
Alysa, please.
the thing is, sorry. CVS, the only thing that you have mentioned is evil. You're the one that keeps mentioning that word. Not once have we raised that as a thing. So you're the one that's making all these assumptions, and the emotional manipulation that you're doing because you want people to feel sorry for you is absolutely obvious to every single one of us. It's needy. It's needy AF. It's like, oh, well, you're just saying that men are bad and evil. And
are you making fun of feminine men now?
I know, I'm making fun of you. That's how it's when people whine and moan and cry. That's what it sounds like, especially when you don't have a reason to moan and cry. That's how everybody sounds to me. So it's not about making fun of feminine men or whatever that means. I'm making fun of you because also on your page you have Asian Aryans and then a girl who looks about 12 pouring things down her augmented breasticles. So yeah, I am absolutely judging everything about you. Everything that you have said is in defence of deplorable men. You have shown no empathy for women, and you have shown no empathy for the circumstances in which the women in this panel have shared really intimate and harmful stories. And with you, all you've done is to try and pivot to a made-up scenario that you've never experienced before in order to try and make a point, which is really pathetic. Even when Ryan said, look, this is a simple scenario where this has actually happened, you still tried to say, well, let's level the playing field. What about men harming women and children is a level playing field? Why would you have to do that when the reality is men are the ones that are harming women and children? So what do you mean by a level playing field? There isn't an androcide problem in the US, the UK, or in the world. That's not an issue. There is a femicide problem in the US and in the UK, which you have failed to acknowledge.
So you have Scottish ancestors like William Wallace who fought against the British for a long thousands of years, right?
What the fuck has that got to do with anything? Yep, and I'm fighting against you, someone who is misogynistic, harmful, and you've got that sexual exploitation stuff on your page. So yeah, I do fight against men like
people
you.
did that for themselves. I just recorded it and showed it in the video. I didn't film them. I didn't film them.
Yeah, but you.
I didn't film them. People put themselves in.
You're consuming content, so you're responsible for consuming that content and reposting it. So you're just.
So you've never watched porn before?
Would you stop interrupting? Oh my God, dude, contain yourself. But you know what? I am related to William Wallace, but go ahead. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, my family's literally from the same place as William Wallace.
Yeah, well, whatever. But it doesn't matter. Just stop interrupting the women.
All you're doing is trying to pivot to absolute bullshit reasons. And the reasons is because you are those men that we're talking about. You're the man that we're talking about that tries to supports absolutely harmful stereotypes. I mean, Aryan Asians. So not only have you got racism in there, you've got the fetishization of Asian women. So you are the piece of shit.
You don't even know anything about what it is. And first of all, second of all,
I don't have to.
Second of all, me recording something doesn't mean I agree with it.
Shut up!
It doesn't.
Let her talk.
I don't have to. And see, there you go trying to defend the indefensible.
Don't tell me what to do. Let her talk.
Thank you, Gray. There you're
trying
to
stab me for speaking.
There you're trying to defend the indefensible because you are that man that we're talking about. Every time you've mentioned an evil man, an evil man, an evil man, I think that is definitely a projection because you know that your views and point of view is incredibly harmful, especially to women. Especially to women.
You don't.
And you've got the cheat to put advocate or whatever it was you put on your, pro-women. That's what you put on your bio. Because again, it's just like a trap. You're trying to manipulate and pretend to women that you are somehow an ally, when in actual fact, you're the opposite. Every one of these scenarios you haven't been able to answer because we can tell that you're spineless and that you don't have any intentions of supporting the causes that, that women are fighting against. Because you are benefiting from the violent men, you're benefiting from the misogynistic men, and you're trying to pretend that you're the nice guys. You're trying to pretend that you give a fuck about gender and gender identity. You're trying to pretend that you give a fuck about women's safety. And you keep on trying to use words that we haven't used ever. You're upset about this statement because it highlights to other women that there are men out here who are dehumanizing. And when it comes to you dehumanizing Asian women and calling them Aryans because they have blonde hair, again, dehumanizing Asian women for fetishization and the racism that you obviously seem to hold on to. You're the piece of shit that we're talking about, and that upsets you because we're calling it out. Every one of these scenarios, you were not able to kind of come up with a peaceful solution about how you would resolve it, which shows that you don't actually consider or want to think about women's safety. You're just thinking about violence because you are the violent man that we're talking about. You can't come up with a peaceful resolution to the scenarios given. It's because you've never had to try in your life because you're a piece of shit. And every single one of us have clocked that. At any point during any of these scenarios, you could have taken a picture of the car that was of the man who was staring at Ryan's friend and clocked his registration and reported him for that kind of a SH harassment. You could have, when you walked in on Autumn being harmed by those two other pupils, you could have ran and told a teacher. You could have ran and told a teacher straight away. You could have ran and told a teacher straight away. But you're like, oh, well, I have to do these ninja moves and take them out. What are you talking about? You live in an absolute fantasy world. You don't actually live in the real world, SVS. You don't live in the real world. That's why you're a troll. That's why you're misogynistic. And that's why you're an awful human being. And that's why this statement upsets you so much. Because it's you that you're literally about. Hit dogs holler. Hit dogs holler, and that's why you're hollering. You're hollering because you are the one that dehumanizes women, and your page shows everything about it. I'm not a hypocrite at all. I'm dehumanizing because of the vile things that you have said over and over again.
You're a hypocrite.
I am dehumanizing men and people who are harmful to women.
Keep his profile up and just hammer him down. Because this is the quick and the mute, womp, 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 and I will be muting you every single fucking second, okay? You are up here disrespecting the women on the panel and the men on the panel. You're not a man that can be trusted, okay? Cha-Cha, please come back up. Yeah, you've very...
No, because she's gone for the 10 minutes. She comes back up, the 10 minutes starts back up again.
No. Who reported her?
We already figured that out.
Oh, so you got all in your fees and reported Cha-Cha because she was ripping you a new butthole. No, I'm talking. You have done muted and disrespected too many people on this panel. You've overtalked the host. You've been rude to Ryan and even Gray, a man, our wonderful, wonderful men up here are having to put you in your place and you don't like it. You are not a man that can be trusted. You are the enemy of women. Do you understand that? You're not a good guy at all. And no woman should ever trust you. And you want to sit there and say that I said this is about good versus evil. It's not. I never said that. What I'm saying is that you can't claim that you're a nice guy, period, because you're not one. So,
poor little guy felt invalidated for 12 seconds. How the fuck do you think women feel for their whole life, dickbag?
Great, I saw that comment earlier.
How would you know you're not a
Valid.
woman, Greg?
How the fuck would you know? Because you're a piece of shit that doesn't understand anything about what fucking humanity is.
Why don't you check your violence right now?
Why don't you check your fucking self right now, bitch?
You're really displaying.
You're really
the
displaying
bad parts
idiocy and ignorance, and you need to
male
shut your fucking
violence.
mouth because everybody in here is going to agree with me on this and not you because you're a piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. Get out of here.
See
Yeah,
how
Gray.
very demure and very mindful how Gray stood up? That's acceptable because you were in the
Performative.
wrong.
It's performative.
No,
It's not performative. You're a piece of shit. Everybody here is aware of that. It's not objective. It's not subjective. It's objective. Shut the fuck up.
No, the problem of it is that it hurts your ego because a man is putting you in their place while you are the type of man who would
It
turn
literally proves.
No,
It
doesn't
literally
prove
proves
anything.
that you're the problem and you don't like that. So you're trying to deflect.
And
good luck, man.
And this is also when we talk about the patriarchy, right? Okay, when we're over here talking about the patriarch, you yourself can't stand that if a man is in the woman's corner. You can't.
You guys are evaluating.
Hey, I'm going to interrupt you. How do you like that? Do you like how that feels? That's what you've been doing the whole fucking time. Shut up.
No, he didn't try to interrupt Gray. You're absolutely right, Cha-Cha, because he has no respect for women. And you do understand that when you overtalk a woman, see, here you are over talking me. But when Gray was sitting here, you didn't have nothing to do about it because in reality, you think because I'm a woman.
None of your words.
You have no respect.
Shut up.
Hold on. No, Celeste, keep muting him. You think that just because I'm a woman that you can overtalk me and disrespect me. But when Gray is speaking to you and Ryan is speaking to you, your tones are completely different. You want to know why? Because that is your male mindset dehumanizing me as a woman, disrupting my voice, not allowing me to speak, using your male patriarch privilege over here to try to limit to what I have to say. Okay. And you're being disrespectful to the women on the panel and over talking them. That is a form of dehumanization that men have done for centuries. Because
You're dehumanizing me.
That's because he knows this place and it's way
get
below me.
over it. Is this your first time? It's okay. Just like, is this your first time?
Yeah.
You'll be all right. So, yeah, this is what we're talking about. You're not going to sit here and deflect. You're going to sit here and you're going to listen. All right. You need to go and understand what a term of dehumanization is, because this is what the patriarch.
It's what you're.
Here you are disrespecting me again, interrupting me. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I know it's making you so mad that a woman is talking. Oh no, should we just be silent and in the kitchen baking your bread and cleaning your house and your laundry? Because that's what the patriarch has
You're
constructed
projecting.
men. No, that is not projection, sir. This is historically freaking accurate. Patriarch has constructed men to look at women as they are nothing less than a human being. The patriarch has said that women are nothing more than housekeepers and baby makers. That is what the patriarch is. That is why women get
So all men
dehumanized. And yeah, you are one of them, man. You are all the men that I'm talking about. You are evil.
So Gray's.
You are just absolutely the most vilest creature to walk the planet right now. You are not a man of trust. You are not someone that I would ever want in my corner, because you're not in my corner because you can't be quiet. So yeah, it's all men until it's no men. And that's you, sir. You're in that bracket because you can't shut up when a woman speaks.
Well, women can have.
Hey, did you guys know that I have a couple of cats and they're pretty fucking cool? I'm just going to say a bunch of words so that this motherfucker can't talk, because I want to know, I want him to feel what it's like to be interrupted with menial bullshit, because that's what he's doing. Just menial, trivial bullshit over and over and over. And none of it fucking matters, because your opinion, it's objectively fucking wrong.
Hold on, I want to hear what he has to say real quick.
I mean, I think me and
Wait,
Autumn
Gray,
had a
you
good
have cats?
conversation.
How many cats
think-
do you have?
I think me and Autumn had a good
Cats,
conversation.
and
But
they're my fucking world. I love those little kids.
All right, well, if you guys want to continue dehumanizing me, I'll just go ahead and leave.
Yeah, we're
So you
gonna
guys can
dehumanize you
enjoy
because
it.
you're kind of subhuman. So get out of here.
Right. I knew that's what you like to do.
I make comic
You're
books.
literally. You guys are fascists. You guys are fascists.
Fascist.
Wait, mute him.
I know. He did not just say that. Oh, I'm about to.
Hold on. I got it. Stop, CV. Okay, let's go take a trip back in history, right? Because every single historian will literally tell you that fascism is associated with right-wing politics. Mussolini was a fascist and highly right-wing politics. Hitler was also a fascist, dripping with right-wing extremists. Okay, so to sit up here and literally call us fascists, literally, it just shows that you're just uneducated and embarrassing yourself. Okay,
Well, you
great.
certainly
You know
fell
what?
for fascist propaganda.
What fascist propaganda am I sitting here doing? That you really want to talk about
Everything
fascism?
you're saying is fascist.
You want to talk about fascism in Germany, sir? And what they did to women? Do you want to talk about fascism in Germany and what they also did to women? Do you want to talk about fascism, sir? Do we want to talk about men who hunted down women for 300 years in Europe? Do you want to go back in history where men have committed horrific crimes? Do you really want to go there?
I mean, I could go even further about how. My bad. I'm not trying to interrupt.
Oh, he doesn't want that conversation about white supremacy.
You're being.
I would also like to say that you do realize that women have also been like treated poorly in film, right?
Yeah, that's what I use my channel to expose. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Okay.
Your 282 pathetic followers. Ooh. Oh no, guys.
So you're follower shaming.
Oh my Jesus Christ! He wants to be a victim so bad.
Yeah, I want to hear him explain fascism because this is going to be hilarious. Please explain to me what.
Well, you're basically repeating Trotskyist talking points, which is literally crypto fascism.
Yeah, no, that is the most incorrect and ignorant thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
Do you know about James Burnham and the CIA?
We're going to talk about real fascism in history. Do you know about Mussolini?
We're living in a fascist world right now.
No kidding. Who voted for that? Did you vote for Trump? Because I fucking didn't.
You have said tonight in this conversation. I love this.
Yeah, that's the only intelligent sentence that's come out of your face.
Hold on. Great. Let's celebrate this. Let's not belittle.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
No. Like, let's not bring it down. And you did.
I'm not.
It. Oh, no. You fucking did.
I love comic books.
Also, too, if you want to talk about fascism here in the United States that is rising, who is the reason for
It's
that?
not rising. It's been here for 100.
No fucking shit. Over 240 years. We can go all the way back to European settlers that migrated from Europe and committed atrocities against the indigenous people here in America. So you're not educating me on any ounce of history, considering the fact that I'm a nerd and I like my nose in books. We can go on demographic crime if you want to, regarding all of that. How was all by men? Wait. Who committed the crime in the United States of America prior to the formation of the United States?
So the Native American men were bad too because they didn't.
No, actually, no, you're wrong. Okay, there's a difference between culture and a lot of. Please shut up, because a Native man would be an indigenous man would not. Here you are interrupting me. I know an educated woman is so threatening to your ego. So regarding native spirituality here in North America, women were highly regarded in the tribes around here. They were held as sacred. Yes, they were. That this is your. You want me to really go? This is your colonial patriarch. mindset. This is your colonial patriarch mindset, thinking that women were not respected in native cultures. You obviously don't know who Sacagawea was. Oh my God. You don't want to sit here and play tit for tat with me
natives,
when it comes to fucking history.
Grape.
Oh, you mean the fact that
Women.
the natives? No. That was colonial settlers that did that. That was Christopher freaking Columbus that came over here and took several back. And you want to talk about Pocahontas? Excuse me, it's not the Disney version that you want, sir. Okay, it's a very horrific story of what men did to her. And it was also men, colonial men, that raped and pillaged the freaking tribes within it. Do you know about Wounded Creek? Yeah. It was not native. America. It was not native. I know you're so uneducated. Here you go. You can't stay muted. Oh, you're gonna report me too for being a boy. Oh, won't you be quiet and actually let someone who with intelligence speak, because your brain cells are standing on the last straw. I know. I know you can't hold it in. I know. Did you take your Midol today, sir? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're going to be okay. I'm going to finish talking. I know. Education is just not your strong suit. What you're doing is literally giving the wrong educational history that has been, excuse my French, white tea washed in schools. So if you want to go to real native history, okay, and how the actual spiritual and the tribes were back in the day, women were reverend. They were highly regarded and treated with the most respect, and also women participated in battles as well. So what you're trying to do is mansplain your white colonial mindset education. That is not absolutely true.
Not white.
Then what are you?
I'm mixed.
Oh, okay. So again, I'm going to go back on imperialism, colonialism, okay? And we're not going to ignore the facts of that. And I know it's going to hurt your feelings, okay? We're talking about education that is not properly taught in the United States for the existence that it is, okay? What you got in school was not the real version of what happened to the natives here in the United States. You didn't even get the real history of slavery. You only got a piece of that. If we talk about real atrocity,
You just hate white people, and you hate men.
On him about this.
You have white people. And
I'm white. What the fuck?
then why are you?
Vintage. I didn't know you hated yourself for being white, though.
No, like, damn.
You do.
I really do. Well, honestly, to tell you the truth, when I know about history, it kind of makes me be ashamed of being mayonnaise sometimes.
Oh, yeah. When I leave.
I mean, look, I'm finna head out. I'm kind of like spiraling in my head real quick. I need to get some rest as best as I can.
Go ahead, Ethan.
Dude, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You're
but it was good to meet you guys. I hope to meet you guys again, really.
Yeah.
It was lovely meeting you.
Yeah.
Anybody? Bye. Have a good night. Get some sleep. I know I've got to jump down and get some
You
sleep
too.
myself.
All right.
We're
See
gonna
you
meet.
again.
Can I make one super quick point about de-escalation from earlier?
Yes, go ahead. I got him on mute. My trigger finger's faster than his brain.
Like in medication, I feel that de-escalation requires the least effective dose.
Yep.
Whatever that is. You do the least thing that works and you stop there. That's de-escalation. We shouldn't be hopping to like shooting a tank. We should just be like, hey, this is what works. This stops the situation. That's de-escalation.
You notice how Ryan, when you started speaking, he stopped trying to unmute.
Because he's
hold on. That's quite a pivot.
Because
But what I'm
Like-
saying is, with de-escalation, like some people like hop to, hey, I'm gonna be the knight in shining armor and like pull out whatever. But de-escalation is really just about diffusing the situation, and you just be chill about it. Do the least thing that you need to do to make it happen. And sometimes that's just like walk away or run.
People who to Autumn should
I'm
not
okay with
be
the response here.
de-escalated. Yeah, the people who did that stuff to Autumn should not have been de-escalated. They should have been unalived.
No, disagree. Hard disagree.
I'm sure Autumn wouldn't disagree.
Can I have an opinion?
Please.
Actually, I can have an opinion. Thank you about this. No, they were kids. We were kids. But their behavior was unacceptable. But like earlier, like I was just mad. Like I did not wish like for them to be unalive.
Yeah, but you just said that they were still in danger, though.
I am speaking. I wish the situation would have been disescalated before it got further to where it was. If someone could have intervened and be like, hey, like this doesn't seem right, and just stepped in, that is de-escalation. Okay.
Yeah, but you said that these people are still a danger to society. Did you not?
Okay, I did, but that doesn't mean they should be unalived. It's not my choice to make it. I'm not God. I am not death. I am just who I am.
But if a tiger is coming to eat you, would you unalive it? Or if a tiger is coming, would you unalive it, or would you just stop?
Talking. She's still speaking. God damn, shut up. What the fuck? Dude, put it back in your britches and shut up.
Autumn, you're great.
Speak, goddamn it.
I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
Keep it up, Autumn.
I'm so sorry, Autumn. You're not, no, I've had enough of your shit. You're going to shut up and let this beautiful goddess on the panel fucking talk.
Thank you. You're going to compare like my life to a lion. I have no defense against an actual live cat, okay, versus a human being. That is not even on the same intellectual level of what I am talking about. People should have consequences, but I don't think you're missing the point that these situations could be just escalated if somebody stepped in, if you're not a bystander by doing something. That was the rest of what I had to say.
I never said I disagree with that, but okay.
But the words that are coming out of your mouth are kind of referring to that as that. You're kind of you're like, no, but what about this? Like you still don't think that they should be unalived, so they can't.
I'm just trying to be accurate on what I'm saying. That's all.
Well, it doesn't seem like you're accurate at all. It doesn't seem like
because you guys won't let me speak. You guys are fascist, and you're trying to shut somebody up because.
The only reason I'm muting you is because you constantly keep over talking the women on the panel. Second off, you have constantly overtalked me. You constantly overtalked Ryan, and you got mad when Gray just kind of like handed it to you. And then I had to keep muting you when Cha-Cha was speaking because you want to know why. You rather hear yourself talk than actually listen. Because you want to know why the patriarch, and here you want to sit up here, talk about fascism when you don't even understand the definition. And to sit there and say that I'm a fascist is like the most ignorant. And this is why we cannot have nice things because of men like you.
Vintage. The fact that he has Aryan women on his profile pic, he had, and it looked like a 12-year-old. Do you know, that's the thing, like, it was really disgusting.
Everybody, Banshee would like to close up shop now. She did say 10 minutes. That's why we had the timer on earlier. I decided to, because he kept reporting live, so he is blocked, muted, gone, no more. So Banshee, if you would like to close up.
I wish someone would have taken a screenshot of that.
I did, it's fine. I got a
Thank
screenshot.
you, Celeste. Cha-Cha, did you have any last words since you came back up at the last second? But I do want to close up pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'll keep this short and sweet. Thanks for having me up. And, you know, we need to keep continuing to peg the patriarchy. Men like SVS are sad, lonely, and dangerous. And they need to become lonelier. Thanks for all your support, everybody, and sending you my love. Thank you.
So kids from school wake up at 6 a.m. to hate on people on TikTok Live. Got it. Sounds like that kid has a ton of hobbies to do. Go, size 0. Size 0, go. Size 0. Size 0. Size 0. Size 0. What? 0 again. Should we do another size 0? Another size 0 in the teal? Another size 0 in the teal, go. Go. Thank you for the heart me. Go. Size 0. Size 0, go. Go again. Go again. Size 0. Size 0. God, my hair is definitely not perfect because I woke up and went to the warehouse without making it, so obviously it's not going to look too great, but go. You guys aren't here to look at my hair, right? You guys are here to buy some glue on me. No, wait till I pop out tomorrow. I'll pop out the Ralph Lauren t-shirt that I spent $150 on, and then no one's going to say anything, right? Yeah, that's LARPing. That's LARPing for you guys. What size? Size 20. Size 20. Size 20 in this maroon color. Size 20 in this, like,
Well, that was very fun. I'm curious what the audience is thinking about about that about that interaction there. So please feel free to join the panel before I turn this thing off.